gosh. Hey, y'all. Yeah.
I know
Y'all
that
know what
was
to
yes.
do. It's gonna do it every time for me. Yeah. Yeah. That's that random, that
Yes.
one random white boy that loves him some old ladies first panel that be
Okay.
watching. That's the
Okay.
voice. The
Make
one
yourself
random.
known.
Okay. No, because y'all remember that one time when we was live, I saw a comment. I said, hold on, is this a white person? I was like, no, I love it.
Out of the town. Oh, listen.
No, really. Like how the algorithm sends you over here. I love it though. But how? Welcome. Okay, y'all. Y'all already know where to follow us at Ooh Ladies First. Email us ooladiesfirstpanel at gmail.com. Jamie, that's me, Bondi Blue Rose Bondi, and myself, Niecy Dixon. Okay, let's get. Ooh, I was gonna take us back to the intro, and I know y'all was gonna be mad at me because y'all like, hold on, we've been waiting. Let's get to it.
Right.
How
What's
y'all
What's
doing tonight?
up?
what's going on,
Doing
girl?
good. Doing good.
We're doing great,
Okay,
girl.
what are y'all drinking?
I
Y'all
am
know I got my handy dandy water.
ginger and turmeric latte. You know, a tea with some oat milk in it. And
Okay.
also over here for the cold, we have a sparkling coconut water with mango from my neighborhood grocery store. All right.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that in I saw something like that in Target yesterday. I thought about getting it.
Girls, this one, this I don't know about Target, and Target usually be doing good, but you got to make sure, like, if you know, because sometimes it's a toss up. But this shit right here,
Put it closer to you. Let me.
What's that
they got
from? Trader
mango.
Joe's? Or
It's from Rouse. Is they have mango, pineapple, watermelon is the favorite, and then they have like a regular coconut one, which tastes a little salty to me, which is why I like the mango and the pineapple and the watermelon.
Mhm.
Coconut water be giving a little salty to me sometimes, and that I gotta get used.
Really,
Mhm. It's
I'm
weird.
obsessed with coconut water.
I know.
I
I know people be. That's the young girl thing, girl. Listen.
I'm I used to hate it when I was a kid. I used to think it tasted like dirt, but man, love
That's
me
the
some coconut water.
that's that salty shit I'm talking about. You saying it tastes like dirt? That's the
Mhm.
salty.
I got a random question for y'all.
what's that?
Oh, I didn't say what I was drinking. Y'all
Oh,
know.
drinking white wine.
Click clack. Yes.
Okay,
You remember I
okay.
told y'all about this. I think I told y'all about it before. I went to the vineyards for my 30th birthday, and I
Yeah.
went to Becker Farms, and I got this wine. It's
Yeah.
called
Okay.
Viognier from Becker Vineyards. Top tier.
Looks
Um,
Okay.
amazing.
I'm trying to
It's a sweet
chill,
taste.
because I know I'm probably
It's,
gonna do a lot on Saturday, so I'm trying to chill today. I'm going to a pool party.
Oh,
oh,
okay.
nice.
And,
Damn, I'm waiting for us to kick off some pool parties here.
for us, it don't take long at all.
I need to shop for some swimsuits anyway, so.
That's what I'm doing tomorrow, girl. I'm going to the mall.
Okay.
I'm going to the mall. I'm going down to the Airy, and I'm gonna see what they
Mhm.
got in there. Okay, I'm just not getting on Airy because I was in. I told y'all about the Abercrombie and Fitch show, which I went to the Abercrombie and Fitch. Okay, me
Mhm.
and Derek was really in Abercrombie and Fitch trying on clothes like adults. Like really, like trying on one time. Like I'm usually too impatient for that shit, but it was like, nah, we came here to come to this one store. We gonna try this shit on and make sure it fit. And it's expensive, but they was having I think they might have had something going on. Did they?
Mhm.
No, we was just not a damn thing. We were just in that bitch full price. Okay. We were in that bitch full price and it's expensive. So when we was
Yeah.
walking out the mall and I saw the Airy place, I was like, ain't this what used to be American Eagle shit? And that's when I was like, okay, I walked in there. I was like, I wish I would have knew. I wish I would have knew. I'm coming here first next time. It's cheaper and the same type of like Airy
Cheaper than who?
Abercrombie.
Really? I thought it was about the same.
It looked a little bit cheaper to me based on what I saw online. It looked cheaper. Like you spending $60 on a pair of shorts in Abercrombie. Like I don't
They
think
jeans though. Them curve love jeans.
I have a pair of curved shorts, short jeans, and
I got the shorts too.
it's so hard to find this like perfect like fit of jean that flares kind of out, so it's not like rubbing in between your legs. Because y'all, when I tell y'all, you have to get a specific type of jean, or it's gonna be rubbing in between your legs and moving up in the middle all day. Oh, that work on my nerves.
Yeah, Abercrombie Curve Love. Gonna
Yes.
do it every time.
And that's
Every time. But it's worth it.
it
I think
is.
that jeans be like 120, but
It's between
literally like when I got them,
yeah.
I stopped wearing all my other jeans. So then I ended up having to get like 3 pairs of them to just wear
Mhm.
them 3. And I got rid of all the other ones.
I literally had to tell myself,
Like they're having a sale. This shit too deep, too much of a sale.
listen, is it really? Okay, y'all know this my birthday month.
They
Okay.
$40 in comparison. The price was
$40.
110. Yeah, they say I don't know why I had seen that. I feel like the people finna go run it up. But yeah, they say
Right.
So
110, but now they $40. They on
look,
clearance.
I had
All
said
colors.
I was joking with the guy who was ringing us up, and I was like, this is an old people store. I really meant this is a white people store. I did not mean old.
Yeah.
He kept saying it's not old because I just graduated from, I'm about to graduate from high school and I shop here. And I'm like, you always shop at the place you work at, kid. That doesn't mean like I was shopping at fucking Ann Taylor when I worked there too. They had nice pants and dresses and shit too. That's how I know about, this old lady shit. You know what I'm saying? But Abercrombie was like white people, and then it was too
Yeah.
dark in there at one point.
Hollister.
Yes, oh Hollister, yes. But the gay girls was into that. Like the gay girls was known for a cargo, like a polo and a cargo.
Oh
That's what
yeah.
the gay girls are going, are known for. All right, so yeah, I was all up and through that back in the day. Aerie is super cute. It's super cute in there. I was like, oh, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Oh yeah. Oh no, lyric, look.
What?
Oh, somebody
Y'all, can y'all believe we actually had somebody submit a listener letter this week?
Yay.
I was very excited. She came straight to the DMs on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. She says, "Hey ladies, I need y'all's help because my feelings are getting ahead of the plan. I've been in a friends with benefits situation with this guy for a few months now. At first, it was strictly casual, fun, chill, no strings, but lately, something shifted. We talk more. He remembers the little things I've told him. We laugh, we vibe, and when we're together, it feels like it's more than just sex. Here's the thing. I think I'm starting to fall for him, girl. But I don't know if he feels the same. Uh, I haven't said anything because I don't want to ruin what we have or make things awkward. I also don't want to sit on these feelings and end up hurt if he's still keeping it casual in his mind. So what should I do? Should I bring it up? Should I pull back? Or do I just keep riding the wave and see what happens? Signed, caught up with my sneaky link."
You need to create some space. Slow down, back up a little bit. It's too hard to think clearly when you all enthralled and you can't stop spending any available time with the person. It kind of makes it harder. But I will also say that if you do that and it is going to crash and burn, it'll crash and burn even faster. So
Always does.
so it's up to you the way you would like to handle the situation. I will say to have like a mentality of enjoying the moment but not holding on to it. Like enjoy the moment. Oh, we had a good time. It feels really good. Enjoy the good feelings while you have them, but please understand it's probably not going to be a forever thing. It's just not. So temper your expectations, but still enjoy it and still enjoy your life.
I'm doing this because when you did that, I was thinking like duck and dodge your feelings. Like you got to duck and dodge your feelings. It's hard to think when you're digmatized.
I'm
It's
hollering.
very hard to think. So
I do
yeah, I
agree
echo
with
what you
Bondi.
said.
Yeah, I agree with Bondi, especially if you're at a place where you're not ready to have that conversation, then create space. However, I will say this will be a great opportunity for you to kind of use him as an example in a sense, like when you're in these spaces, and you feel like you don't have clarity. Just think about, I mean, what do you really want ultimately? Would you want for this to be something? Do you want this to be a relationship? I think that you owe yourself more than you owe him. And if you ask him, you know what I'm saying? Then if it doesn't work out how you would want it because he's not thinking, then you kind of saving yourself ultimately in the long run. But you got to kind of get out your way and get what it is that you really want. And if it's not going to be him because y'all are in different places, then I feel like that's still a good lesson learned. But Don't just sit around going with the flow, because honestly, you're gonna end up with your feelings hurt. And I
Exactly.
also feel like that sets a tone for the relationship. Because if you allow this to go past and you not address like how you feel or his feelings either, then you're gonna continue to be in this situation, and it's gonna be something else that's gonna come up that may or may not bother you, and you're gonna be pretty passive. Because I think that's what you're doing right now. I think you're being passive with how you're feeling. And I just don't think going with the flow is a good thing. You
I
just
don't.
got to see what you want.
Mm-mm. That's the worst thing to do
Yeah.
is go with the flow on anything, especially when it's not like, this is pretty similar, I feel like, to somebody who will be in a situationship. Because a situationship is essentially a friends with benefits too.
Yeah.
It's the same damn thing. You just end up drawing it out too long when you aren't clear about what you want from jump.
Right.
Now, the thing is, if from jump it was already in agreement, y'all was going to be friends with benefits, I don't know about it. I wouldn't say anything, honestly. If it was very clear from the beginning,
I
What'd you
would.
say?
I would not tell. I would not tell him how you feeling automatically, because sometimes I feel like that can be used in order to pivot in a situation. Sometimes I think it's best to get your mind made up first and then talk about whatever it is that you're feeling. But like going to them when you really don't know what you want or how you feel will probably make them try to start moving in a way for whatever the desired effect is. And it doesn't give you a chance to really figure out how you feel before they can make a decision for you, basically. So I think you should figure your shit out first and then communicate. But don't do it like and let them convince you to do something you don't want to do. Like stay strong on your boundaries and shit. If you're not cool with something, if you don't want to do something,
For sure.
don't allow that excitement to make you do it.
Yeah,
right?
and don't overstay your welcome. Like you're gonna have to, even if, because I do think taking a step back is also a good idea too. But yeah, what are your boundaries and how far are you willing to sit in a quote unquote situationship? Because I mean, it's funny because when y'all get in these situationships, and I've been there too, a lot of times they will play on your top and make you think that this is more than what it is. And as soon as it's not that way, they be like, "Why? I never said you was my girl, this and that." But they treating you, making you feel like
You the
that's
one
what it
who wanted
is.
to do this every day, and
Exactly.
you the one who blah 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 blah
Exactly.
blah. I never did that.
Yeah.
They will
So-
act like you got in a car and drove yourself there. They really
Right. Right. So
Oh, this comment just killed me. Try to kiss him in the mouth in public and see how he reacts.
not the
The
mouth.
thing that's diabolical though, is men will still do this and still play.
oh God.
Because what are the odds that somebody who matters is actually gonna see? They
No,
will.
for real. Especially if they know where to take you, because it won't be somewhere where everybody else will know them.
And even though, like, I also feel like even boys will get in a situation where it's like, damn, I ain't want to embarrass her like that. Like, I ain't want to not kiss her back type thing, like, in front of other folk.
They're
But
not
still,
trying to.
She just put her mouth on my mouth, and I was just standing there. I didn't want to reject her.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah. Like, I ain't even want to do shawty like that. Like,
I
you
hate
still
this.
end up doing shawty like that.
You know what I'm saying? I care about her feelings. You heard me? Like,
Yes.
So there you go. Bonnie speaking of what she knows. She's speaking to the New Orleans niggas. And then Jamie, he hit that accent as well. You hit your Alabama, Atlanta accent.
this is how you know
everybody.
Okay.
Like speaking from experience.
Literally.
Look, love.
Oh.
Listen, I ain't even say all that. So I don't know how you got there, but like I ain't even say all that. Love, how we got there. I ain't realized we was there. I ain't realized that's what it was. I thought we was just connecting,
Period.
That's
The men know what they'll do. They'll have you around all in their house and then kick your ass out on Mother's Day. Like,
Wayne. Come on, Wayne.
Oh, that's a kicker. That's a kicker.
To bring in some new bitches.
Okay.
Stand up. Good luck. Good luck though.
Yeah.
I would love an update, but honestly, I don't want you to say nothing to this man. So yeah. Okay, y'all, let's get into the next topic. So I guess I should say, speaking of our experiences with niggas,
It's so
the
interesting.
white folks, specifically the redheads, have it's been a trend. So I was on Threads and I saw this tweet and it said the royal family, a tweet thread, whatever. And it said that the royal family shouldn't be upset anymore now that Harry is not in an interracial relationship. And people in the comments was like, what are you talking about? Like, huh? Y'all, the way that like it's so funny to me the way that something will trend on TikTok and nobody else anywhere else will understand it. Side note, last week I made a post. I put my notes and I said, probably needed a hug, went and got my hair done instead. And people was reaching out to me like, oh my gosh, are you okay? And I'm like, that's a TikTok trend, y'all. That's a
Yeah.
TikTok trend. But they didn't understand it. Same way the people on Threads didn't understand that Harry not in an interracial relationship. So let me click through a few videos and then I want to ask y'all a question on this.
I love this.
You know what? Hell yeah. Yeah.
So I woke up, found out I'm black apparently. It is frustrating that most of my life has been a lie, but I do want to say thank you. I'm very happy. I'm glad finally everyone's recognizing that gingers have been black this entire time. I do identify myself as a black woman, and I'm super excited to carry on the work of the black community.
I just need to remind y'all again, everyone who is ginger, who has red hair, those are black people. All gingers are black people. If they have red hair, they are black. You see a white man with red hair, that's a black man. You see a white woman with red hair, that's a black woman. Gingers are black. All gingers.
I don't think they know how black works.
He said, what, Bundy?
I said, I don't think they know how black works.
So what was they saying? Okay, here, just listen to this.
But I do think that redheads are kind of like the light skins or the black people of white people, and because
So this girl made a really good video, and I'm not in any way hating on her, right? But I'm actually tired of this conversation now. And that's just because, not her, right? But some people are taking this conversation and changing it from a like playful joke, a pop culture thing, to like blatant racism, right? So this one dude, we're not gonna stitch him because we don't want to really give him any clout. He was talking to his kids or something. He was like, now that I'm black, I'm gonna go buy an SRT or a Charger. I'm going out to get milk or whatever. Those blatant like racist black stereotypes. And it just annoys me because I'm light skinned. I have a red tint to my hair. And I'm seeing people just ruin the joke like they always do. Y'all for sure know how to ruin jokes and just like cook the vibe. I don't get it.
but I do think that redheads
Okay.
All right.
I have a specific story concerning this subject matter. So back in the day, y'all know I like history. So I was doing some research about Irish people. And, because I asked sometimes people was hearing a lot about Irish slavery. And to me, I feel like apparently white people were trying to use it so that they could make it seem as if chattel slavery wasn't as bad. To me, just giving me that information without that context to it, I just perceived it like, oh yeah, like white people are always imprisoning somebody. They ran out of their own people to imprison and oppress, and so they branched out and started trying to do it to other people, but they were already doing it amongst themselves. Absolutely. And another thing is, like, historically, Irish people were like the last white people to become white. And especially considering American society, which is where you really become white in American society. But the Irish and the English do not get along because of the long history that they have of enslaving and using those people as slaves before they realized they weren't strong enough to do it. Because the Irish people were made slaves in Jamaica at some point. And so that's how you get a lot of this mixing that took place. And I have a friend that has these same, like, ginger, red hair, the freckles. I believe Malcolm X had that same.
She black?
Huh? He. Yeah, he black.
You're okay. He black. Okay, I didn't know if you were talking about a white person. You talking about a black person? Yeah, it's always a couple black people like that.
Yeah. So it's like
Mhm.
there is like a mixing that took place is also the point. Like because these were two of the poorest groups of people, they were often put side by side in certain spaces. Like whether it was because they were both working on plantations or because they lived in neighboring like in New Orleans, for instance, like certain ethnicities of people lived in certain neighborhoods, but you're really just a street over from the other neighborhood, or the Italian people side of the street, or the black people side of the street. So we have something called the Irish Channel down here. So like, we have a lot of their history as a part of our own as well down here in Louisiana. So I'm like, I think it also comes from a lot of mixing. It comes from white people trying to use Irish people as some type of apologist theory when it comes to chattel slavery that happened to black people, which is different. They were more so in indentured servitude, but they still were like overall cast out of the white people. You know what I mean? Of course, not as bad as us. We could not earn whiteness, but it's a lot of similarity in that. People was mad at me though, girl, when I posted about it, like how it was similar and how I didn't know that they were enslaved in Jamaica in the same way.
I didn't know that.
Mhm.
Yeah, me neither.
I just knew from growing up, the redheads really used to cling to the black people. It was funny because I always say or be telling y'all when I speak back to high school, I went to high school in the suburbs. It was pretty mixed. I say like, I don't know. It was a good amount of black people. I say like 60% white people, 30% black people. But keep in mind, I graduated with like 1,700 people. So anyway, yeah. So it wasn't like it was a white boy that used to cling to black people so heavy. And I just remember the white kids messing with him more than anybody. And the thing was, he wasn't like the type of white boy that thought he was black. He was literally just a regular ass white boy. So I would know that he was treated differently than the other white kids. But I wouldn't have thought back to like historic and why they do that. Like I remember one day he was telling me how like he had red hair, blue eyes, and how he was saying that they would think that people like that were like demons or witches or not, like they would think it was something wrong with them. And I'm like, are you serious? It's crazy.
Yes,
I'm trying to figure out where did the conversation come from with gingers being black? How did that start?
Because they're like they're treated like black people amongst white people.
Amongst white people, got you. Okay, so but ultimately they still white.
Period.
Yes, now absolutely.
That's true.
Absolutely.
Okay.
In the year our Lord 2025, absolutely. Now prior to colonialization, no, they really weren't. But a lot of people weren't considered white back then because white wasn't really it was becoming a thing.
Right.
Gotcha.
But everybody was just oh, that's the English, or that's the Chinese people. Like everybody was
German,
just
or my family's European, and now it's like
Soviet Union
white.
Yeah,
I got you. Yeah.
and a lot of them hate each other too. I think that's why I can't stand when black people are always like black people the only ones that do this to each other. That is not fucking true. White people hate each other. Like y'all just got to pay attention.
Did y'all know any white people growing up that was redheads that used to hang around?
Not redheads that used to hang around. Like
Not hang around.
I went to school with them, and I knew that they were either poorer than me or I knew that them being, the socioeconomic thing, they could be poorer than me.
I don't know why. I don't know why, but they be killing me when you say the word poor. Because you remember last week when we was watching, we was talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta, and you said that the lady looked poor.
That lady.
Yeah. I said disenfranchised.
No, you said poor. Didn't you say?
I
think you did say both. Yeah.
You said both. I said both.
Okay.
You said poor.
I think I said disenfranchised to intro y'all into it so y'all could get it before I actually say it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But y'all know what I meant. Y'all saw that fucking ponytail, man.
I know what you meant, but the other thing that's funny about it is when we talking about this whole subject, that's kind of how ain't this kind of how black people used to think of JFK, John F. Kennedy? They liked him, but it's because he would come off as relatable, saying he got it out the mud because they was Irish. They was like a lower class of
Yeah.
whites. So that's the whole about right now.
I didn't even know that. I didn't know
Me
that. They were,
neither.
now that I think about it, that definitely would
Yes.
make sense. Like when you say it, now that I think about looking at John F. Kennedy's face and the freckles and all of that, I'm like, yeah, okay, because they have a look. They have a look. But I think that's another thing that I loved about Sinners, like that they were the ones. And that was another thing, paying attention to the people that was actually living in this poor town with these black people.
Mm-hmm.
Like another thing is a lot of them were slave, what you call them? The other one, overseers. The Irish
okay.
That's why a lot of them became police
Yeah.
officers and
Yeah.
firemen and shit, is because that was their role. And y'all know the slave runners and all of the people that ran after slaves and then the people that ran them on the plantations, those people turned into police officers because that's what that started from, chasing down slaves.
And that's how black people got a lot of Irish last names. I be thinking about that, like my last name, Dixon. That's an Irish last name. But if they were so disenfranchised, like, how did it come about?
Because you could gain whiteness and you could color your hair.
How did that come about? Well, yeah, I thought that was a
I did always think it was weird how other white people responded to redheads. Like you would see it on movies and television shows and shit. And I just remember being like, what? It's just a different hair color. Are y'all okay? Like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy as fuck for you to look at people like they give you the heebie-jeebies because they have red hair.
Yeah.
Like, y'all are not okay. That's all. That's all. Like, those people that started that shit, y'all are not okay.
No, not at
At
all. Okay. Let's keep it going. So the next thing that I want to talk to y'all about, I'm like, let me see what y'all say about this topic. An unfortunate situation happened. A young white boy was murdered.
I did hear about this.
Yes. So Tyler Butler Chase is the owner of a home. He shot at a group of teenagers for kicking. Some reports say that they were kicking in his back door, and other reports say they were knocking on his door and playing ding dong ditch at 3 a.m. in the morning in Virginia. And one of the teenagers, who's Michael Bosworth Jr., he was shot and died from the shooting, and another one was injured. So the homeowner believed that they were breaking into his home. The other teens said they were just playing a TikTok prank. Tyler Chase Butler is being charged with second-degree murder, malicious wounding, and 2 counts of use of a firearm in the commission of a felony and held without bond. So I wanted to know what y'all were thinking about this situation. I'll say this much. When I was growing up, my parents, like, we used to roam the neighborhood. My parents taught us not to be cutting between people's houses because, you buy their windows and all that stuff. Not to just be playing pranks, stepping in other people's grass and stuff like that. Because, black people have the fear of what's going to happen to my child. So this is so interesting to see that on the flip side, a white boy was doing this foolish stuff and ended up getting pow-powed in the process. May he rest in peace. But the thing is, I wonder what would have happened if his parents lived in the same fear that some black parents live in, where you teach your kids from an early age not to play them games, especially at 3 a.m. in the morning. So whether he was kicking in the door or playing ding dong ditch, that's a dangerous game to play.
I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry for the young man. I hope that the homeowner is able to get out of this situation and gets a lawyer. I think people act like teenagers just because they have a lot of emotions and shit. Like, you think that they can't think straight. Like, they're just so much a baby that they don't know that doing something like that is wilding. But I feel like I remember being a teen, and you kind of know when you're wilding. And I think that when kids are out there doing shit like this, you are basically saying I don't give a fuck about the risk. That's basically what you're saying. And I feel like if you don't care that much about the risk, I can't spend that much energy being upset. What I will be upset about is y'all imprisoning somebody for basically defending their home, which is what y'all be talking all of that shit about all the time. So I don't see what the problem is.
I'm wondering if they was kicking in the door though. I'm thinking I need more information, but if they were kicking in the door, I feel like anybody would think that their life is being threatened, because who is busting in doors at 3 a.m.? Now, granted, he could have thought that it was the police, but also with stories of the police just busting in people's houses, like anybody probably gonna grab their weapon or whatnot. But also, like, this ain't the first time I've heard of a TikToker
Yes.
being shot after trying to do
Yeah.
a prank. And people gotta learn that you can't just be doing what you see other folks doing, because you're gonna get a bad reaction. I think the guy that got shot, I think he pulled a stunt at the mall or somewhere and a guy shot him, but I don't think he died or anything. But I don't know. I feel like as much as they're holding the homeowner as holding him accountable for his actions, I feel like the young man that passed away will have to be held accountable as well, although he's not here. But you're gonna have to take into account that none of this would have happened had he been at home or being somewhere else at 3 a.m. instead of disturbing someone, because that's disturbing the peace. If he wouldn't have got shot and somebody called the cops on him, he likely would have got a charge, right? Possibly. He's white, maybe, maybe not. But you can't just be out there disturbing people's homes, kicking in doors, ringing doorbell, doing all. You don't know what them folks got going on inside of their house.
Right.
So unfortunately, that is the result. And I can see this man likely being their charge, or at least getting them lowered. But and if he got kids there, that man has a right and a duty to defend his household and his children. So
The only thing that's gonna be sticky about this, I hope he get a good lawyer, because I think he can handle this if he had a good lawyer. The only thing that's gonna be sticky, depending on the state, is that the intruder wasn't inside the house. That's what they use to determine grounds. In some states, they got to be actually inside the house. Literally, y'all, I took forensic science class a long time ago when I was in high school, because I thought I wanted to be a forensic psychologist. Shout out to Mr. Weaver. He told us that if something like that ever happened, he said, if somebody's breaking into your home but they're not inside your house, shoot them and kill them. And he said, so that way it's only one person's word. And he said, best case scenario is to pull them inside your house. He told us that.
yikes.
As an ex-police officer. So that's literally what I thought about when I saw this case.
And then I'm also wondering, and I'm glad that you said that, Nisi, because that's where the other factors are going to come in. Was there a Ring camera? Were you able to see on the Ring camera who was at your door, and you could determine that it wasn't the police? But again, he don't know these people, so he don't know what they want, right? And when you're kicking somebody's door in, a lot of times it's going to take more than one kick. Sometimes it's going to take that one, just going to bust it open, but it may take a few. So then I'm wondering if he was kicking at the door, and when he finally got bust the door open, the man said, whoop, shot him. So that's the other part where I'm like, where were you at? Where was he at when he got shot? Was he right in front of your home? Did he run, or you run after him? Because that's where I think it'll really, come into play if he ran after him, where it would not go in his favor. But if you were sitting outside the door in the hallway or something, he just keep kicking the door, boom, 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 as soon as he busted open. Wow. I feel like he had a right. But I just need more information as well. Good luck. Rest in peace.
Ooh.
Good life.
What did?
Good luck to who?
Oh, to Tyler. Good luck to Tyler, and rest in peace
to this man.
the young man. Yeah.
To this man.
Ooh.
Okay. All right, I feel you on that. I was like, wait, hold on. Luck has ran out.
And how old did they say he was? Was he like 19? Was he 17?
He's 18. He's 18 on the day of prom.
You legal.
On the day of prom.
Wow.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
And I bet you he was hanging
Uh,
with friends his mama already probably told him not to be hanging with.
you think so?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think he the bad kid whose parents don't give a fuck. So that's why he out there
That's
doing
possible.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like to be crazy enough to be kicking somebody fucking door in. It like
Um,
your parents gotta not care at all, is what that's giving.
Yeah, it's giving you grew up with no discipline. You could do whatever the fuck you want to do.
mm-mm.
But honestly, I wouldn't know because I ain't never had to raise no son. And I know some kids be having a mind of their own and they feel like they could do whatever the fuck they want to do. Um,
Especially
so
clear kids, especially those clear ones.
Definitely. They,
oh
a lot of
yeah.
kids
Oh.
definitely, yeah, they feel like they could just do.
Built-in
Uh-huh.
entitlement. Do you?
Yeah. Why did this I don't know why I did this. All right, I'm trying to share screen so we can get on to our next topic. Let's get on to the next topic. Next topic is Cardi B and Stephon Diggs. I saw something that said, what did it say? It said something like, it was on Facebook. You know, they always posting the foolishness. It said, go find somebody else, baby mama, and be happy. And another post is something like, oh, but you know, they say you can't move on with 4 kids. So, what y'all think about Cardi and Stephon? Number one, y'all, the name Stephon Diggs, like I know he plays football, but I can't remember what's attached to his name. Why do I feel like it's something that's like slightly negative?
Because they
Y'all
said
know?
that he was missing with boy. I don't know if he was, but they were trying to link him to guys or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Yeah, I think
right.
some dude came out and tried to say that he tried to violate him or something like that. He tried to do something to him sexually.
Hmm.
Mhm. He kind of gives a better looking Offset. Honestly, I was like, I do not like that Cardi's with this man. She definitely has a type. But
I
then when I
like
saw
it.
them at the game, I was like, "Ugh, okay, I can see it. I get it. I get it. He's not that bad, like at all. Like
Nah,
I
he
get it. He got
cute.
TCH. And some part of me is liking the fact that she's stunning on Offset just a little bit. But then also because she just had her baby a few months ago, I'm like, girl, fuck these people, girl. Okay.
How old is her baby? When she had a baby? December?
September of last year, I think. I think it was in September,
Oh,
August or
girl,
September.
you good. You
But I was
good.
like, girl, because then also I was kind of like, don't let nobody else get attached to your celebrity. Date them in private or something, you know. But I also was like, he could just be a person that she using to make Offset bad or something. I don't know, but they're gonna do what they want to do anyway. So go ahead.
He, I don't give a fuck because, like, at the end of the day, these relationships only gonna be going on for a little while, and then y'all gonna break up, stop talking to each other, and move on to the next one. So, you know, ain't no real gun in the fight, if you will. It's gonna end when it's gonna end, girl. And we know how this shit usually play out. You get mad because some other bitch then came into play and wants to be known or whatever. So now you gonna get mad because he a cheater and all of this. But also, girl, if this what you want, then this is what you deserve. If this is what you want, like that's how I'm starting to feel as far as her and like getting this report on this nigga beforehand and
Not that
still
bonding.
listen, they're definitely bonding. They both got new babies. Yeah, 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 and probably making their exes look even worse to one another so that they can be the good people. It's so good for them. All right, whatever. But I played a video earlier today where a lot of the people on his team, it was like an old clip, and it was a whole bunch of people on his team saying that they would not want their sister to be with that nigga. Like at least
Really?
was on the team. They was like, who wouldn't you want to be with your sister? Stephon Diggs. He's crazy. He says anything. White boy said, I can't bring him home. So I know my sister can't bring him home. Then and it's because he just says anything. And you
They
never know.
probably go together real good then, cause she do too. Real bad, actually. Cause can you imagine the arguments?
Very true, but I also see in a few years him being that Offset to her. How
Oh,
Offset
very
has been
much.
on social media, that's gonna be him. I just feel like she's already giving him space to disrespect her, and I will say that is a bit of disappointment to me that you just left a marriage of disrespect and then you jump into this with disrespect before y'all even fully come out and say that y'all in a relationship. This man is, or let because people behind the scenes knew, but now you're letting us know. But then we also was knowing that he was already linked to Young Miami, and that was video of that. I think
Wait, how did he
they linked
disrespect
him
her?
to another woman too. Say what?
I don't know about the other woman.
How did he disrespect her before they came public?
If y'all are like seriously dating behind the scenes, and now in my opinion, they've been dating behind the scenes. We just have not known about it. But the time
Yeah,
that
they've been
y'all
saying
been
it for
kicking
months.
it, he over there kicking it with Young Miami. And then next thing you know, you online months later. Oh, you know, when your man zigging you down and he love you, this, that, and the other, then the other chick pop out and say, yeah, I just had his baby. I'm like, what is going on? I feel like it's giving Offset energy. And
Also,
it's jumping from Offset to Offset.
I don't know why she can't see it. I guess she got to go through it a few more times. But when they are like this, whenever they get mad at you, they're gonna treat you like trash. Like that's what I see. I see the cold switch, right? Men like him, they got the coldest cold switch where they completely go in the opposite direction of all that warmth they was just showing you, and they they just be cold to you, rude, mean, don't give a fuck, don't make eye contact, all kind of crazy shit that they'll do to make you feel like you don't matter once they mad at you when they have this type of shit going on. So if she like it, I love it.
Yeah.
Do it for the plot.
You're gonna do what she do anyway. That's just how she is.
But I would love for her at some point to fuck these niggas privately and stop getting online being so excited about dick. Like at some point, enough dick to just like chill and enjoy the dick in private without always like having to come to us and tell us how you ready to fight for it. Like, bitch, Jesus.
You remember they were saying that she was cheating on Offset with him, like before she even had a baby.
I support that. I'm not gonna hold you.
I don't care. Girl,
I support that.
Because he was definitely zogging her out. But I feel like if y'all were messing with each other before, after bed, whatever, I just feel like we don't gotta know. You don't gotta come out and let us like, you know, like you ain't gotta be out with this nigga like that.
Well, I love this for her. I think she should just be careful. I would have loved this more for her in private, like you said, Jamie.
Say what?
I said I would have loved this more for her in private, like you said.
Yeah, because it's like I've just both sides are, you know, like, yes, sock it to Offset. That's what you get in IGGA, talking about you just was with her for whatever. I can't remember what the text message said. I won X, Y, and Z because you had my babies or whatever. So it's like, yeah, sock it to his bitch ass. But then at the same time, it's like, girl,
you only gonna
I hate to see you pick the
yourself.
part again. Just like in private.
Like, just stop going up for these niggas on the internet. Just enjoy it. Stop talking to us, telling us how great they are and how you willing to take L's for these niggas because you fighting over dick too and all of this. Like, don't do just girl. But you know,
she look cute though.
She do.
I beg to differ.
Ooh. It look cute. It look like a Leah cute. I don't know what the back look like.
I think the outfit. Yeah, he's cute. He's cute. I definitely would say hello if I didn't know who he was. If I seen him on the street.
Go down to the headline. Go to the next row. The first one.
This one.
Yeah, go ahead. And what you said it was giving?
Oh, not the edge up. Not the. Oh, it is giving Trey. I ain't gonna lie.
It's giving.
It is giving Trey.
It's giving stud. It's giving lesbian. It's giving back.
She said lesbian.
Because that's how the lesbians get their baby hairs lined up. You know what I'm saying? Like on the edges. Like that's how the lesbians do it, girl. Specific.
He's not a bad looking guy. I mean, I think this is a bad picture, but he just
is this picture for me. I'm like, look at that,
baby. I'm not gonna hold you.
Oh yeah,
I just wanted to be right there to see what he thought.
That's what it's giving. It's giving he fuck you and look at you in your eye at the same time and shit. That's what it's giving. They saying he like too. And a lot of times the bisexual niggas be like, they know how to fuck. They know how to fuck.
He holding her hand underneath. That's the part that got me. If you look between his legs, he's holding her hand.
Between. Like, what a dick at.
He holding her.
Enjoy it in peace.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Cardi does look nice right here, but I'm gonna say something that this is what I've been thinking. Yeah, I'm gonna say something that's honest. It always surprises. Like, Cardi is young, right?
Mm-hmm.
It really surprises me when I see young men. Stephon Diggs is 31, attracted to women with the amount of plastic surgery that Cardi has. Just because, I'm not saying she looked bad, but the amount of surgery will make you look so much older. I feel the same way about Timothy Chalamet or whatever and Kylie Jenner. It is the weirdest thing to me. Like, it's odd to me when I see men that are like, oh yeah, I like that. And they got 10 pounds of filler, veneers all across their top row, all across their bottom row. You know?
And they're probably sexual, and that's probably a part of it.
I think that makes sense for the initial guy that's attracted to her. And then I think for the rest of them, I wonder if there's conversation about that woman and they want to try it out in a sense. I think it's always connected to their ego in a fashion.
Absolutely.
You know?
And also, let's not forget, these couples make bread when they get together. This always helps the profile.
Yeah.
I mean, like, look at this.
This is a contract relationship.
That nigga look like a baby. She look like somebody's grandmother.
She's
wild.
Grandmother.
Is she doing the filler or something?
These days, a mother that be a grandmother. That's why she's grandmother.
There was a video I saw on TikTok, and I wish I saved it. And it was a black lady talking about how everybody can't get filler. Sometimes the filler will not fully dissolve, and you'll end up with these weird like sags and bags in your face, and you end up having to get them forever. Kylie was getting filler way too young. Way too young, because now that you're not getting filler no more, she looks 10 years older than what she's supposed to look like. This look like she at her little brother's school end of year choir performance.
Especially if you're
better yet, not even little brother, your nephew's end of year choir performance.
Can I also say it's because she was a white person too?
Oh,
what you mean?
It's disrespect. I mean, this may not be everybody, but I'm just like, y'all already don't age well, so y'all gonna not age well together. You know how like you put a rotten strawberry next to the other one, a rotten vegetable next to the next one, and then that one's gonna get rotten too. In a no.
Jamie, I'm laughing my ass off because somebody in the comments already called us mean girls, and we're literally like, y'all, can we just be real for a second?
I'm sorry, let me
hating because we could actually be like mean from here to her.
I'm sorry,
but the thing is, we're not being. I don't think we're being mean.
I think she knows that she did too much, motherfucker. What's wrong with y'all? We just saying everybody knows.
She can fix it anytime she wants. She can have surgery, and you know.
And hating would imply
in her face.
Like I don't want to look like. Do you know, girl? She looks older than me. Like I'm at least a decade older than this child. What do you mean? Like
how old is she? I was like, I think she's still in her mid-20s.
There's no hoe in my blood. Are you okay out there in the comments?
She's 27. She's 27.
Damn, it's giving 37.
She.
But you know what's crazy though? In all honesty, a lot of the younger generation has been altering and doing stuff to their face and body. And the 30-some-year-olds are looking 20-something. That's because the 20-year-olds are doing too damn much.
Okay, get into it.
He's older than her, y'all. Just to give that.
That's crazy.
He's wild. He's 2 years older than her.
I want to say something.
They already called us me.
What Disney movie was it that the
Peter
lady was trying? I feel like this probably was all the Disney movies where the woman was trying to take the old girl's youth, the younger girl's youth. I feel like was that like
You talking about her voice
Snow
from Little
White?
Mermaid?
No,
Was it like Snow White or Sleeping Beauty or something? Like,
one of
wasn't it
them.
like a Disney movie where somebody was trying to like take the youth
Well,
from a
that was
younger kid?
Hocus Pocus. That was
Maybe
Hocus
it
Pocus.
was. That's what this is giving. Maybe she looks older because
Mm.
she's. I don't know. I don't know. It just looks bad.
I mean, and this is a better photo.
Oh yeah, that looks way better.
Of who?
This is a much better photo of
Of
Kylie.
who? Oh,
But
Go back
now
to
he
the
looks
other one, so maybe she
15 and
wasn't
she looks
smiling.
30.
She wasn't smiling in the last one. That's probably what it was. Yeah, she was trying to give like a mug.
laugh lines be killing you, man. Laugh lines
Yeah.
be killing you. It's also her body. Like she got the body of a 40-year-old woman too. Like, why your hips and titties this heavy? My God, today
Well,
Yeah.
she looks cute right there. She looks
right,
cute.
yeah, she looks cute.
Right,
She looks cute.
person she'll look much younger. Am
You
I
know what?
wrong?
I think it's also
Nah.
when the shit has time to like settle and when it doesn't. I think because they get this shit so often, we're seeing them at different times when the shit is having a different effect on their face. That's what I think.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, it was a video of Lala. I cannot find. I need to try to find it. I need to try to find a video of Lala. Give me a hot second because I want y'all to see what the lady was talking about.
While you're looking
Um,
for it, I want to say this about Lala. I feel like people don't remember how different Lala looks now than what she looked like before. They be showing these pictures like she still look the girl.
When
Girl.
I saw her Met Gala pictures, y'all, I thought she looked so pretty, right? And
Mhm.
then I saw the unedited one. I said, "Oh my God, I didn't see that. It's not the same. It's not. I think it was a video though. The what I saw were pictures whereas she was like on camera talking. I was like, oh, okay. It's all right. It's all right.
I'm hold on. Let me go. Let me go ahead and share a
It
screen.
might have been the Huntsman. Ah, have I
Listen,
seen
I
that one?
try not to make fun of nobody's, eyes and shit. Okay, I have a lazy one. I don't try to make fun of these
Oh,
things. But I do
oh, that's
feel
nice.
like sometimes people do too much to themselves and they should have stopped. And nobody told like who told you to do that? Like fuck them.
Who
Like
told you?
who told you to do this? Like that's all. We just be mad at them sometimes because we remember like, especially like our generation, you remember feeling like black women don't really do this shit to this extent. Like you do a little here and there. You know what I'm saying? You Diane Carroll the situation. You don't just like pop out Michael Jackson or Muppet Baby. Like they be doing too much these.
Janet, Latoya, all of them.
Yeah, like you black women used to have like a pride about the fact that we didn't have to do all of the stuff that white
Very
girls
true.
had to do in order to be youthful. So now that y'all be so eager to fuck y'all shit up over something
Mhm.
that we kind of grew up feeling like black girls don't have to do. Like, like we pedestalize kind of not having to fuck with ourselves. And then y'all be out here like, bitch, I'm just gonna go fuck it all up.
Yeah.
And this
What
how
you
I
say,
felt
black don't
about.
crack?
That's how I felt about Angela from Real Housewives of Atlanta. I like that she was transparent about her. Like I feel like we need more stuff like that on TV. Y'all remember when Sheree was on Real Housewives of Atlanta, went and got her nose pinched, then popped up with her nose looking back like it was,
Mhm.
and never addressed that she had fucked her nose up. We need more people coming on TV saying, "I fucked my nose up."
Mhm.
Like that's what Angela did. She
That's
said,
what the show should be called. I fucked up.
literally, it's okay. But the thing is, other people need to know. Like, y'all remember they used to have that TV show called Botched.
Yeah, that was
And
the
that
shit.
was a great
Yeah.
show to show you some people just fucked up. And it's
Yeah.
okay. Everybody don't need to go under.
That's one of the
So
reasons why I'm so
very
anti
true.
that shit. I grew up watching them fucking shows, botched shit. Even as an adult, when the shit was on with K Michelle, I was all into that. Anytime they was
That was
talking
good.
about fucked up surgeries, child, I was like, oh my God, no. Finding out people's breast implants would bust, rupture. You had to. I was like, oh no, like,
Mhm.
oh child. Once I saw, I'm gonna tell you. the first time I saw it, the nose job, back in the day in the 50s, they showed they had a movie that showed when Marilyn Monroe went to go get her surgery, and back then they didn't have any anesthesia, so they actually crack your shit like.
When she got her waist.
Or she got all her stuff done kind of at the same time. Like she went in as Norma Jean and came out as Marilyn Monroe. She got nose job. She got a lot of, I think she might have got some type of lipo done or something. I'm not sure, but I know for sure the nose job, I'll never forget it because I remember that how nose jobs are done. They crack the bone. So it's too much. Okay. Yeah, that has scarred me for life.
But and I'll say
blame
this again.
Carmelo for this Lala's glow up.
At
You
one
do?
point, she looked good.
He
Yeah.
did used to cheat
At
on
one
women that
point.
looked like her though. I
Yeah.
remember when he was posting. But honestly, I don't know if I would put it all on Carmelo because Lala over time was looking like him.
Yeah. I think she went overboard after he had that little girl.
Y'all think she was trying to look like him or she was trying to look like Kim Kardashian? Which one y'all think?
Like who?
Kim, her
Not-
BFF.
Yeah, I think she's
Kim
trying to look like him.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
wait,
like him.
No. That's crazy because Sierra, her best friend, Kelly Rowland, I thought was her best friend.
But they
So
look like that naturally though. They all have the slender nose naturally. Kelly and Sierra.
they do.
Well, I don't know about
That's
Kelly.
women out there.
Kelly.
But still.
I think Kelly either might have got a little something done to her nose, or it just happened as she got older, because that happens
I
too.
feel like that's what happened as she got older.
Your nose stop looking as soft as you get older. That's why when you become an older woman, your nose have that like pointy witchy poo shit. Like as time goes on, the shit get heavier and heavier or something like that.
Yeah, I think she may have did a little something.
Are we watching a video about it or something with Lala? Or did I miss it?
I played her.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't the specific video I was looking for. I just wanted y'all to see what she looked
Maybe
like.
contour actually.
She's
I
nice.
don't know.
I just saw the pictures of her body before, and we all know she didn't. Nobody. I want y'all to know. Most people, with the exclusion of people like Jamie, okay, most people do not have that same like waist to hip ratio.
Most people.
So it's
All
like
right, me.
for everybody to always be like, bitch.
Let's get this clip. All I keep seeing on Lala.
So Lala Anthony is only 45 years old. I'm 48, just to put things into context.
Damn, you look good.
Yes, she's aging. Yes, she's an older woman, but she doesn't look like that because she's getting old. She looks like that because that's the accumulative effect of overfilling your face. So they like to encourage young people to get fillers and Botox at a young age. But specifically with fillers, when you get them done early on, over the years, they build up. And what happens with fillers is that they absorb water. And that's why she has that pie effect where her face looks flat and she has that line underneath her eyes like that, those lines. It's because fillers absorb water. So that look on her face, the reason why her face looked like that is because of the overfill of fillers on her face. If she didn't do all that work on her face, she probably would look a lot younger. She probably would look better because she has the money to get the healthy diet, the doctors, the facials, and all the extra stuff that they do to their face. She can afford to get all that work done, but it's the fillers that have her looking crazy. It's not just the aging. Yes, she's older. Yes, she's aging. As we get older, yes, she's pushing. She's 45. She's entering the zone of wrinkles and all that stuff. But I will tell you that it would have been different if she didn't have all that work done to her face.
Mm-hmm.
That's my 2 cents on that.
I've noticed that too. Like a lot of older women, I think if they had left their faces alone, they would have realized their faces would get slimmer, or like that fatness would eventually aid them in still looking youthful as they got older. When she said it sucks up the moisture, that totally makes sense, because you do look like dehydrated, like
Bad. Niecy, can you play the video of Kim looking like the Wicked Witch of the West?
Yeah, let me see.
Because I didn't realize that was Kim till somebody put it on the screen.
The one where they said Kim and Lala are aging. This one.
Yes.
Oh, the witchy poo.
That is
Her
wow.
whole ass her
Lala
whole ass
Anthony
back out.
looks at the
That's
Met
I mean,
why
she
Gala
it
looked
looks
just like
like
She
Cher.
got that
she's
choker on
on
because
that
that neck is
timeline.
giving it away.
So I'm bringing that up to say that a lot of people are speaking on Kim Kardashian neck showing her age and Lala starting to age as well. I think that both ladies still look amazing. They did look amazing at the Met Gala of 2025 as
I
well.
did like her
Kim
outfit.
Kardashian and Lala Anthony look great to be their age. So just pray that you live that long to see the age that they see and to look as good as they're looking. Now, of course, people age, and being that they're in their 40s, of course, they're going to look like that. And those
Girl,
pictures
shut
with
the
no
hell up.
filter. So that explains why a lot of people are so used to seeing them both look so young and joyful because of the filters. So these pictures with no filters are being shown and floating around the internet, and a lot of people are most definitely bashing Kim Kardashian, Lala Anthony, due to the looks in their faces and their necks, being that they're aging. Comment your thoughts below. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation.
I think that I would rather look like Angela Bassett, bitch.
Thank you.
Mm.
I think I would rather age gracefully or do it slightly. You know what I'm saying? Like do it in a
Right.
way that is tasteful. But I personally feel like I'm probably not gonna do anything to myself. I might eventually do like a little filler or not really filler, Botox. I might do a little Botox. You know,
I
And
think so
Botox
too.
is
When you
temporary.
like the
exactly.
age that they are now, I feel, or like 45 and up, is probably when they should have started to do the
The little poo.
potentially, depending on, maybe even when you're 50,
Or maybe
55,
even
just
late
depending on how your
30s.
skin is doing.
But they was getting the shit done like way like
Yes.
I'm just thinking about Kylie.
Mm.
Kylie's 27 and has been getting some sort of filler since she was 19. Maybe
That's
even before, because she got the lip filler before she turned 18 when she was still with Tiger. You remember when she told people she was overfilling her lips?
yes.
Mhm.
That's a long time, like literally just to see the effects from here to there. But
And this
it's
is not being
whatever.
said. This is not being said to say, "Ooh, they ugly and they are ugly."
No, not at
That's not
all.
what this is. This is
Mm-mm.
stop doing all of that shit to yourself and just let the shit age. Because sometimes if you leave it alone, you won't fuck it up. Like they
I
fuck
mean,
it.
yeah.
They fuck
Because
it
I
up.
mean, what they did gave them an extra decade on them. Like, that's just what it is. Like,
On the
they
back
went,
end.
Yeah.
especially Kim in the neck area. Like, it shouldn't be like that at 40 some. I at least that's not what I would think. Like, that's too much, girl. It's giving 60 on the
Reminded
Yeah.
me of that movie with
60 on the
Demi
neck.
Moore. I don't know if y'all saw that movie, but she was like the workout queen or whatever, and they wanted to fire her, so she went and took this pill. Well, it was actually a situation where you take the spinal fluid from this younger body, and well, she take the spinal fluid from her, put it in the younger body. That makes her go and live in the younger body's body until it can't anymore.
Substance.
The substance. Yes. Thank you.
Mm.
I forgot the name. Thank you. That's what this reminds me of. And I'm always reminded of that because I feel like Demi Moore is one of those people that was really aging very well for a minute. Like leaving herself alone and letting her face kind of move until the Ashton Kutcher years. And then I felt like we was doing too much. But when she came back, y'all, for the Charlie's Angels movie, this was good. I never forget that shit. Like, oh shit, Demi Moore is back, bitch.
So with us speaking about I'm trying to figure out how I want to transition. Trying to figure out how I want to transition. So initially we was talking about Cardi B and moving on. I want to ask y'all, how old is too old to feel like you can move on? Because the people was mad at Mama Tina in the comments.
They always comments.
They always mad. So I told y'all, I think like 2 weeks ago, that I had been listening to Matriarch. I love that book. I really do. I'm on chapter 32 right now. But it's a great book.
How many
And
chapters
people,
is it?
It's a lot.
yeah, it's a lot. It's part 1, part 2. I have like 5 hours left of the book. I think the book is like 12 hours long.
Okay,
I'm on
cool.
chapter,
Okay, I'll try audio.
I'm on chapter 8.
I'm on chapter 36, and there is 53 chapters.
Okay. Yeah, I just really
So,
started it, so but it's good.
yeah,
It's real good.
it's great. At this point, she's just talking about Beyonce and Jay-Z meeting each other.
Oh, any negative feelings?
Oh wow.
No, it's very short and sweet. The meeting of them is very short and sweet. This is whenever she says that Beyonce was talking to another guy in the industry at the same time as Jay Z, and a lot of people have speculated that the person she was talking to was Mos Def, um, from the movie they was in, Carmen, and Hip Opera, whatever.
That's
Um,
interesting.
I thought it was Mekhi Phifer. I mean, was that
which
Mekhi that
one?
played in that?
Mekhi might have been her love interest. I don't think so though.
I feel
Maybe
like
it was
they tried
somebody
to
else.
I
link
feel
her
like
to
But he
that.
was in it though. He was one of the characters.
so Mos Def wasn't in that movie.
Yeah, he was. That's what I'm saying. Mos Def was in it.
Okay, that's who they were linking her to, though.
Oh yeah, no,
They
and
were.
I used to hear. This my first time ever hearing Mos Def. I used to always hear Mekhi in her.
I never heard.
People are saying Makai. Okay.
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
never
saying.
heard of her and Mos Def together, but it's funny that the time I saw Mos Def in real life in New Orleans was at a Jay-Z and a Beyonce concert.
Mm.
Him and oh my god, why am I Spike Lee? Him and Spike Lee was sitting together a few seats rows down from me.
What he look like in person?
The same that he does on like video and shit. Like he look cool.
How tall is he?
I couldn't tell from where I was sitting because he was sitting below me and he was sitting down, so he wasn't standing up, so I couldn't really tell. But he looked like he was a little bit taller than Spike Lee, and I feel like Spike Lee is short.
Yeah. No, somebody said Miss Tina Mos Def. Okay, let me get back to it because y'all confused. So, in the book, Tina Knowles says that she decided to divorce Richard Lawson after waking up one day and realizing that she deserved so much more. And people are literally upset. There's one comment that says, at her big age, what exactly is she expecting to find? Another comment said, the only man you're going to meet next is Jesus at your age. So for me, this goes to what I said. Somebody said in the comments earlier, everybody can't have standards. And I feel like people are projecting their scarcity mindset onto Miss Tina. And for me, it's like, if Tina is fulfilled, Miss Tina is fulfilled enough in her life, she's not gonna go looking for scraps just because of her age. She can be fulfilled without having to be married all the way to the grave. So if she woke up at 71 and said this ain't it, that's because she's filled in other areas of her life. So for me, I didn't feel no type of way about that. And if you actually listen to the book, she talks about how a lot of the time when she was with Beyonce Daddy Matthew, she thought that he had been cheating on her from the beginning. Like literally when she starts talking about Beyonce Daddy, she's talks about how amazing he is, but infidelity had always been a factor in a relationship from day one. And it wasn't until she like found her self-worth that she was like, okay, I can leave. So at 71 years old, if she's still respecting herself enough to say, okay, I can leave, this it has served all it needs to serve, and I'm not getting anything from this, I deserve better, I ain't mad at her for it. So I wanted to know what y'all think about about the comments and people saying things about her wanting a divorce at 71 years old.
I think for the comments, they would stay. That's why they saying that. I don't think that they have, and that may not be everybody, but I feel like they may not feel fulfilled. They're not gonna reach the success or the financial status of a Tina. So a lot of them they are gonna sit in it. As far as her wanting to walk away, if she ain't happy, then she get the hell on. She don't have to live no miserable life. And just because she's 71 don't mean that no 60-some-year-old won't come along and be like, you know what? Okay, I'm an entertainer. So I mean, whatever makes her happy, I am in support of, because at the end of the day, it's her life. She gotta live it.
Right. I saw a comment that said finding herself at 71 is crazy. I feel like that sounds like a really ignorant comment. Like, it sounds like you don't know anything about life when you make a comment like that. Because if you know anything about life, you know that life has its times, like it's different phases. And just because you mastered one phase of life doesn't mean you are not gonna go through another set of challenges, even if it's right before death. And you don't know how old that fucking lady gonna live. That's Beyonce mama. That lady could live another 30 years. Like, the
Facts.
fuck are you talking about? And
Mhm.
on top of that, y'all don't understand how much energy old ornery ass men take. And maybe the older you get, the less you feel like you want to deal with that shit. And the more you look around, do you really, you don't have to. You realize you don't have to. I don't have to deal with this shit. It might be a natural inclination to stay with a nigga after it no longer, is beneficial anymore. But why? I'm rich. I'm gonna be rich till the day I die. I don't need to be nowhere I don't want to be. If the man working on my fucking nerves, if I don't like him sleeping in the bed with me, then I can have my own life. I don't have to stay here. Okay? That's the message. That's the message. And I feel like y'all think that everything is about like oh, you just go, you want to die alone. Like, motherfucker, I got kids, grandkids, friends,
Yeah.
family members, a fucking dog. Like, people gonna be
She
all
might
right.
have a little friend too.
And you
So
will
it's
always
not
stay
even.
with a friend.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Oh,
people act like you go without romance or you go without that type of fulfillment. I don't. This lady has to be fulfilled if she decide to leave.
I feel like this too. At least Mama Tina decided to try love again and get married if that's something she wanted to do. Okay. Y'all don't be complaining like that when we see Toni Braxton or Mama get on the screen and want them to hook her up
hmm.
every damn season. And she got the, let me not, because I was finna say she got the audacity to be picky, but I'm not gonna say that because
Say what? She got the audacity to what?
I said I was gonna say she got the audacity to be picky, but I'm not gonna say
Oh,
that. But y'all don't
You
come
said
for her like
audacity.
that. If
mm-mm.
she can be out here and date and still have a desire to find what she looking for, I just and part of why I say what I said, and I said I'm gonna be like Heavenly, I'm gonna say it and take it back, is because she don't be wanting to date for real no way. She just get on there every season and have a storyline like hook me up with somebody when she know that's not what she trying to do. She ain't had nobody since she left her
Listen,
last person. And that's totally fine. But I mean, don't act like you wanted to that ain't what you want for
I'm
real.
telling you
and what if
now.
I could just
Once
be
you,
somebody young to come and fuck me when I feel like it? I ain't got to do all
Yeah,
this
that may be what she
stuff.
want.
Okay, I
yeah,
want to
that's what Madonna is doing. That's what Cher is doing.
listen.
So it's like once you actually find these are people in the comments who are living in fear and scarcity mindset because once you find your self worth and you like it's okay to start over, you get addicted to you will take less shit from people and you're okay with starting over, even at her big age, like people say. So I encourage the people in the comments to go find their worth so they can do the same. But like I said, everybody can have standards.
So she's going to steal the youth from them young men. I
Who
don't think
gonna
that's
steal you from
Huh?
young men?
yeah, I don't think that's
Huh?
how that works. I don't
They're
think that's
giving
how
it.
that
What
works.
do you mean? Why would she steal what they willing to give?
I think y'all always try to apply the way men do things to the way women do things, and it's not always the same. It's not. It's really not. Like,
Hmm.
women don't have to like possess you in a way that men do because our ego and how people see us is not tied to that. Like, men, how y'all are always worrying about somebody emasculating y'all, so everybody has to walk on eggshells and lie about the truth so you don't get your fucking feelings hurt. It don't work like that for women. So women don't have I feel like at large, women don't have the same ego problem when it comes to just having a little fun and sending them people on their way without trying to possess them or suck them dry. And another
Right.
thing is younger men love older women. They come already comfortable knowing what they want, and then they gonna round. They gonna put
Especially broke ass niggas.
cook a
Mm.
cat in a nice comfortable house with a sandwich. What?
A sandwich. Toasted.
And this is Beyonce's mama. I want everybody to go back to that. This is Beyonce's mama.
Hmm.
It ain't gonna be
I
hard.
love this for her. I love this for her. Yeah, good for her. So, all right, the next thing I want to move on to is about a pound of bullshit. And that is about a little person named Tory Lanez. Um, he's back in the news, but this was kind of interesting to me because I like saw news about it, but I didn't really see news about it. I saw a post on Facebook that said that he had been airlifted because he was stabbed over a dozen times in the prison. And he was saying that he couldn't breathe. He was starting to black out. They took him. He was in critical condition. I did not see a lot of news about this. It was the weirdest thing. Um, and then shortly after that, they talked about him or the security guard. I think this is the same security guard that went missing during the trial.
Yes.
Now the security guard is saying that Kelsey shot Meg. So I'm like, what are the odds that Rock Nation tried to, what she say? I will never get over there. Rock Nation tried to such and such my brother. I can't remember what she said. Gosh, but that was a whole vibe. Anyway, what are the odds that you get stabbed over a dozen times, you're in critical condition, and now all of a sudden y'all are coming out with this old narrative that Kelsey actually shot him? And Jamie, I know you were saying before that they hadn't even pressed a formal complaint or pressed charges or tried to reopen the case. So it's like, what is going on?
That's what I'm trying to find out. Everything is giving suspect for me at this time. I'm wondering if this was a scheme that Tory and his people set up to come to us, to garner, in my personal, a form of sympathy, for what happened to him. Maybe even, Your Honor, this is why he may need to be released early, due to his safety here in prison. That's what I'm thinking. And also, I really don't care anything about what evidence they got. Now, I thought that young man did not show up, and then when he came to show up, they said he couldn't testify or some shit. But at the end of the day, whether that happened or it didn't happen, you weren't talking about that when the trial was going on. Even before that, you were so adamant that that it wasn't her. So now all of a sudden you want to be open and you want to tell, oh, I don't know. I don't know if you're telling the truth. Now it was Kelsey. Kelsey did it. Kelsey did it. Now Kelsey did it when you spent a lot of time saying that Kelsey didn't do it. You weren't trying to save your life before then because you thought you had it in the bag. It's unfortunate. Good luck to you.
Like my brother's reputation.
I'm hollering.
I hope y'all. I'm praying for that child. Like that, that's the beautiful.
Like my brother's reputation.
And this is all from what she's hearing the family discuss.
That's wild. They're not just when you saying it like that. People telling you to say that shit. When we go out there to court and you got your pretty dress on, you let them know about Rock Nation, baby girl.
Rock Nation tried to mess with my brother's reputation. She gonna hate this.
I saw somebody in the comments say they genuinely feel like he's innocent, and I want to say based on what? Like based on what? And another thing I don't get is how they gonna say, "Oh, we got video evidence." This is not the first time they've done that. They've done that before, where they tell y'all they're gonna come out with something and nothing ever comes out. He had the full opportunity to make all of this known during the trial, and he didn't say anything, y'all. He never explained what happened. He never said that, oh, me and Kelsey fought over the gun. He never said that. I hate y'all.
No, what do you know about it?
She know what she know. She know what she know.
They said they was really back there practicing her. They tried to ruin my brother's it probably took her about 3 good rounds to say reputation. No, reputation.
She yelled that shit out. She's gonna get that out, baby. You did a good job.
That's
somebody was in the car. You did a good job. You did such a great job, baby. So proud of you. These Rock Nation motherfuckers.
I know that's right. Ain't no fucking way I'm finna take a charge or go to prison for somebody else if I felt like they did it. You wasn't protecting women before if you fucking with both of the friends. So what the hell you trying to protect them for now? Your Honor, I have a few things I need to say. I would have been singing like a hoe. Matter of fact, let me on the stand.
Like a canary.
And
And
what
you didn't do
about
any of that.
what
So
about you making a video of you chopping hooves and shit right after it happened? What about that?
baby, that was
Yeah,
interesting.
yep. He was doing all that.
Mm-mm.
The
The baby
apology part,
still reputation for me.
like, exactly. What about getting into a fight with August Alsina? There was another altercation with somebody, like a security guard or some shit. There was another
Oh.
altercation at some point, but he got into at least 2 altercations while they were waiting for the trial for Meg the Stallion. So
Mm.
I'm confusion. Y'all, it was so funny. Niggas be in it on the internet and comments trying to gotcha a bitch so bad, y'all. And one of the things is that they don't know that it's a joke when you say I'm confusion. Yeah, you like, you know why
Yeah,
we
yeah,
say it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
I am
really think,
confusion.
yes, they really think you're saying it like that seriously and not like as the joke that it is to show how much confusion by even saying it wrong. That's how
Yeah.
much confusion I am. Like, I feel like we all understand that. These niggas are
Mhm.
so dumb. So that was one thing. Some nigga was like acting like he didn't understand in some comments after he saw it. And then another nigga said that I don't know how to spell, so I needed to stay out of the DDG conversation. A girl under it
What?
said, what did she misspell? I looked at my comment. I said, I think he doesn't know the word angst. When we came back, he deleted his comment.
Ooh, child.
Stop.
My.
I was like, this is what we be talking about. Y'all be so loud, so wrong, so dumb. Like, I don't know what to say.
Mm-mm.
I'm tired of this. And I feel like this is
And
some
that's
shit
why
I
she
like.
should have been in school with her peers
And
talking about reputation.
also,
Ooh, Lord.
this is why Megan Thee Stallion took his ass to court for that restraining order in Milagro and all of them other people that's been reporting these stories. That's why she did that, because to me, that whole press conference ain't nothing but to make more people sway to his side based on seeing headlines, because they think that some real evidence was released just because they saw blog posts that said evidence was going to be released. So they're going to act like, oh, it was some real, they said they put out a video and then no real evidence. Every time they bring up that gun situation, I'm like, them people had enough time to wipe prints off that gun when that helicopter was above them. It took Meg a long time to get from the ground to the curb. There was a lot of time in that car to put hand sanitizer on, to wipe the gun. This is during COVID. They absolutely had hand sanitizer in a car, and they said that can like make the test inconclusive. So
I didn't know that.
yeah, like they'll still have DNA, but it can be hard to detect sometimes. And I feel like a nigga like Daystar Peterson, that's already a felon and is not supposed to have a gun, probably knows shit like that. Doesn't it give you a hood nigga that know how to like wipe a gun off and shit? You know what I mean? Like the daddy on Baby Boy, like the gun, okay? Wipe that shit off real good, okay? Put it back where you found it.
Well, let me read some of these super chats. This is a nice little pause. Crystal, she said, ladies, please pray for my sister. She was getting a double mastectomy
We will.
for
Yes,
cancer.
Lord.
Oh, yes.
My goodness.
Yep. She about to overcome it. Creature, thank you for the super chat. H.A. Lima Bean says you gain whiteness by being the enforcer of anti-blackness. Crystal says my mom and dad both have red hair with freckles. I have freckles, and my son has red hair and freckles. Ooh, wow, that's a strong gene for y'all. Queso, I want to thank the three of you ladies for promoting common sense. It's wild to hear some of these conclusions people come to. Thank you.
Thank you.
Miss Cookie Ray, Jamie, was it Snow White and the Huntsman where they try to take the youth?
I don't think I've seen that, but when I look at some of the photos, that makes sense. Yes.
Okay, and then Brittany, hey girl, she says, cause ain't no way as a felon I'ma take the fall for someone. He wasn't finna take the fall for a black woman, let alone a lady he was humping. Exactly. I couldn't agree more. And then Kanisha says, I'm 45 and I have been researching fillers and Botox. Look, my girl's talking about my Google search. It's y'all in my phone. But Bondi is right. Facelifts are white women in my heyday. And then Stephanie Knight, she says Kelsey pulling a Yandy. No, wipe y'all tears. It was oh no, wipe y'all tears. It was me.
It was me. Okay. Child.
Oh gosh, what a mess. Kelsey hasn't said anything yet. So
But then I'm wondering, I don't know if this is the same bodyguard that was in the car, because I think they said something about a bodyguard overheard her talking to her husband, I thought.
who? To who husband?
Or her baby daddy or whoever that guy
Oh,
is.
Kelsey.
Yeah.
Oh, that is her husband now. You're right.
Okay,
He was
so
her baby daddy at the time, but I think they're
I
married.
think maybe his bodyguard that they said. I'm not sure. Either way, I don't think it matters. When he found out she was getting some immunity, and if you think that it was really her, y'all should have put up a case for it. But it is what it is. And then
Yep.
also, some of the audio just didn't line up, with the conversation that he had with her about being so apologetic about stuff. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's too late now. If you was gonna
Yeah,
run
I'm
that, you
like,
should have
what
ran
were
it in
y'all
court.
doing? And that's why I
Yep.
kind of question what happened to him, because it's like, okay, so if all else fails, we'll say, hey, oh my God, he was harmed. It's danger for
Mm-hmm.
him inside.
And then we still haven't seen no updates about his stabbing for them to say he's in critical condition.
Right. From
Mm-mm.
lungs being collapsed to him breathing, is he all right? Is he walking up out of there?
That's between him and the Lord, right?
I guess so.
All right. So let's move on to the next thing. The next thing we're gonna talk about is I probably should have kept this I probably should have placed this right after Miss Tina, since y'all got a lot to say about older women. So people on Twitter was reacting to Toni Braxton at her son's graduation, and the caption says, "At least she wore leggings." So, what are y'all thinking about this get up for her son's graduation? These are some of the reactions. Now, Toni, if my mama does the most was a photo, wow, that is just nasty. Why would any mother dress like that for her son's graduation? She does not respect the school officials, the student body, but mostly her son. They say, is it a graduation or a funeral? Oh my goodness. He says these hoes wear less, and we all know that her titties or ass ain't out. Very interesting wording to call the women hoes, but then I didn't know where he was going. But anyway, next one says, no, ma'am, Toni is letting them have it for the graduation, darling. Letting them know she's in the building. Now, Toni Michelle Braxton. So I'm going to go back to the fit, and I'm going to let y'all be the judge of what she doing the most.
That was so disappointing, because with the hat and the glasses, it seems like she was trying to be a bit incognito. But then the attire, she was just out of line. Like, I just don't think that's appropriate for graduation. As somebody's mom, and then the day is supposed to be about them, I feel like you're making it more about yourself. She definitely was dressed for about 3 different events. I do agree with the person that said graduation and funeral. They did forget the happy hour that she'll be attending as well. So
she gonna get her bang for her buck out this.
You hear me? And then I also feel like this, y'all know his dad was there. So I kind of feel like, did you dress to show a little something? You knew the daddy was gonna be there. Okay.
A
Even
little
though he
something.
wasn't man enough for you.
I love me some
Toni was that girl. I mean, she still is, but I'm just thinking about music was like,
no, musically, absolutely. But you know what we often find, as those people get older, we realize those people, something be wrong with them people. You know, girl,
I hate the internet sometimes. It's like, damn.
I don't know why we had to know. We didn't have to know. That's another thing I can't stand. Like, finding out that some of these people we've always loved are so problematic. Like, I don't want to say their name right now because I don't want them to be mad at me, y'all. I'm gonna be real.
Who?
Lily from
SWV.
Yes, she is always in the comments somewhere saying some ignorant shit, and I love her to death. I don't want her to be mad at me, but I swear for God, I mean, like, really, Lily.
Damn, Lily.
Oh my God, but no, Toni looks a mess. Toni looks a mess coming to her son's graduation in a lace situation with underwear on. And it's not that it's like technically inappropriate, like as far as like showing a lot, but it's like, why would you wear it?
Her ass cheeks is out in the back. You could tell.
Okay, I couldn't tell if her ass cheeks was actually out. And I was like, how long is this skirt? Like, is it actually to the ground? Either way, or to her knees, like a pencil skirt. Like, I didn't know. But either way, it's wrong. It's so wrong. And then when I look at your face, you know what I'm saying? She look a little pale under there. It's giving Grey Gardens. It's giving something wrong. It's not right, y'all. That's her son's graduation. And I know he's smiling and shit because, he used to his mama making everything
He
about
used
her.
to this.
But that's
Yes.
not cool, y'all. That's really not.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody went to school with somebody's mama who was like this. I went to school with this girl mama. She used to come to our, like, honestly, she was a hot girl before people was like saying hot girl like that, but we just didn't realize it. She used to come with these sweatpants on, crop top sweatpants, 5-6 inch stiletto heels, bust down weave, and she used to bring what's that man name that used to play for the Mavericks? Jason somebody, but she used to bring him to our basketball games, and she would show up to events, and a lot of the intention would be on her. And when I think about it, I don't know anything about Toni Braxton because I feel like she was probably older when she had this son. How old is Toni Braxton? You said 50 something. You muted. But anyway, what I'm saying is I feel like I was Jason Terry. Okay, thank you. Somebody's in the comments. Jason Terry used to come to our basketball games. And I feel like the girl mama had a connect with Jason Terry. What'd you say?
She 57.
Oh, woo! 57. Anyway, it's always somebody mama who I feel like a lot of times had their kid like they're super duper narcissist, or they either had their kid like very, very, very young and they want to disassociate from being a mother so bad that it's always just like they want to be the mom where the kids or everybody's like, oh my gosh, you're the mom?
I'm a cool mom. I'm a cool mom.
Yes. I'm not a regular mom. I'm a cool mom. I feel you on that though, because that's how I feel. But I guarantee you I wouldn't show up to her graduation wearing this.
That's not okay. Not okay at all.
At all.
Something wrong with all of them. But you know who else? And
They always fighting for attention.
Yeah. I was talking about this weekend. I guess we'll talk about it when we get to Real Housewives of Atlanta. But if I don't say it, I'm going to forget. Portia. Poor PJ is what comes to mind.
Whoa, why'd you say that?
Just because when I look at her, I feel like there's no way you can be emotional.
We can talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta now, actually.
Okay.
Let's flip flop. Let's talk about it now, and then we'll end with some more gossip topics. So we want to do gossip all at the beginning.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and let's get into some TV talk. All right, cool. Real Housewives of Atlanta. So, Bondi, what was you about to get into?
I was about to say, like, when I was really looking at Portia, like, as a mother, the way she threatened to use the baby against Dennis, the way she was so quick to force a relationship between her fucking toddler and a nigga who been scamming since the 80s, like it gives that you don't care enough to pay closer attention to your daughter. And she's the type of personality who makes everything about her. So your daughter either grows up and hates you or becomes some type of assistant to you. And if you pay attention to the way she has her friendships, the way her sister has been like a, you know what I'm saying? Like an assistant to her. I feel like Portia will probably continue to be like that. Like Portia is the mom that once your daughter starts to come into her beauty as a young woman, you still are going to want to be, the sexy mom standing next to your daughter, being like, I know you can't believe she's my daughter, that type of shit.
Not that sound like Jackie Christie.
Mm.
Y'all know she was a terrible mom. I'm watching Basketball Wives right now so I can see the, so I can see you get your ass beat by your daughter like you deserve to. When I'm sorry, y'all, when I think about how she treated the other daughter, so you treated what's the new one? This one name? What's this daughter name that's on the show?
Chantel?
Chantel, thank you. You treated Chantel better and pedestalized her against the other sister, and now Chantel gonna be the one to wear your ass out. I love it. It is giving justice.
I'm starting to think, and I know we're talking about housewives, but real quick, I'm starting to think that this ain't her daughter first time.
Oh no.
And I gotta see it all play out because for her to feel comfortable to do it on camera, I'm
It's
thinking like,
happened in private
she
already.
not done
Yeah,
squared
they
away
done fought at home.
before.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She been tired of child. It's given. I've been had to fight you because Jackie. I think y'all. I think, and I'm not y'all, but y'all. People always think whatever the person is showing us, they're being a better version of themselves for their kids. And I'm like, that's usually not how that works because your kids are actually in the house with you all the time. They see you at your points of being relaxed. They see you at your
They
weak.
know you.
They know you. Your kids
Know you.
Yes. Like they sit outside the fucking bathroom while you take shits. Do you really think that your kids don't, you know what I'm saying? Like these kids don't know who their parents are. Like the person that they show up as, as with everybody is who they're gonna show up to their kids as. Sometimes strangers get treated better than the kids. It's not the other way around.
True.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So 2 things happened on Real Housewives of Atlanta. First thing I want to talk about though, Shamia. Shamia, I
I
see you
can't.
got your clown mask on like you always do. Like you always do. Because I was really siding with Shamia for a while just because of my distaste for Portia and how she likes to do people. But when I saw you meet up with Ralph, what's his name? Ralph, right?
Yep.
And then bring him on the show on behalf of Portia. That was some of the clowniest shit I've ever seen, some of the most dog lap shit I've ever seen. And when I say most dog lap shit I've ever seen, I mean this supersedes the shit that they said this Cynthia used to do for Nene. Girl, what? At this point, Portia has played in your face. And y'all are really trying to act like Portia's out here trying to fuck Dennis. Literally, this wouldn't even be a topic of conversation because the truth is, if I said Portia, Drew, the truth is, if Drew wanted to fuck Dennis, it would have been done. The cake is baked. It would have been done. So I'm just like, why do y'all keep talking about this? It is so irky. Only for you to be on a damn press tour. This is the thing that's so funny to me. Everybody's talking about how Portia is not allowing Shamia to shine in her own light. And every single interview after the show, Shamia has only talked about Portia. Shamia has only talked about her friendship with Portia. When it was time for Shamia's birthday, 2-3 days ago, the news was not that it was Shamia's birthday. The news was that Portia made a happy birthday post for Shamia. So look at you with your clown mask on. Like that's what happened this episode. And outside of that, it was really just her shaking in her boots and shaking in her Candy Bird's voice because she was crying when she got, put to task when she had to tell Portia everything that she had told the other girls. So thoughts on this episode, y'all?
I thought the episode was pretty good. I did not like that Shamia tried to play in our face and make it seem like, oh, well, I just needed somebody to film with just in case people try to say that I was trying to do something with old boy. And it's like, girl, you could have brought Kelly. So you were being messy. But at the same time, I was like, shoulder shrug. I don't give a damn about her filming with Dennis, and I don't care about no filming with Ralph because Ralph is not trying to make life better for Drew. He really was there trying to dig up some information, really. And I wanted them ladies to run up their damn checks and he was tripping about an exterminator bill. But yeah, like, Shamia, it's not looking so great. Okay, I do believe Angela when she said that it's some things you're afraid to get off your chest when it comes to Portia. You and I ain't like that. Shamia kept saying, the things that anybody has told you, we've talked about it and we've moved on. Obviously, y'all have not. If you're still holding on to some issues, obviously y'all have been passive or something. Portia is giving you enough to pacify you for y'all to move forward. Whatever it is, girl, it's still an existing issue there. And I'm just here for Angela primarily because Angela said you just gonna talk shit about me outside. Okay. I'm gonna make sure you hoes face each other. I'm really liking Angela. And did
She came to
anybody else
play.
catch that Kelly just wanted to show her ass literally by getting up,
Every
running
episode,
down to run back down? Say what?
every episode,
Yeah.
we've seen her ass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's been
Mm-hmm.
trying to show that body off. I mean, you
It's
cute,
nothing to
but
see.
damn. Sit down, girl.
And she loud as fuck. So it's just a lot of whole lot of, and don't dim yourself for me, bitch. But I'm just gonna put my earplugs in and put my shades on and look the other way.
I like Kelly. I
I
do
like
like
her
Kelly.
too, but she still be like I like her. I want to like her. But it definitely gives, yes, overcompensating. Like it's a performance of some type, and we want you to just calm the fuck down, just a scotch. Just a scotch. I am wondering if the agreement for Shamia was, I'll give you the boy child if you make an appearance on the show. Because what came out was that the reason why Portia didn't feel like Shamia would do good on the show is because her husband didn't want to be on the show. And now they're on the show. And I wonder what changed his mind. And then I see how thirsty she is to give him this son, even though we know it's not like you want to have all these children so you could be sitting at home. You work a lot. You're always finding something else to do. And I'm not mad at you about it. But when I see that that's how you live in your life, but you steady having all of these fucking children, it just sometimes feel like you're not really doing it for you. You're doing it for the man.
Well, also, I feel like, and I'm not trying to speak ill on their child at all, but I do feel like it's very common for couples who've gone through, like, when they have a child with special needs, they often end up having another one shortly after. And it's to have a different experience. I've seen that happen on TV and stuff like that. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with their child, but because the last birth was so traumatic, they're probably encouraged to do it again.
They want a do-over.
Yeah.
And
And want that boy in the same all in one. Yeah.
Yeah. But it does feel like it still might have been a bargaining chip, because I do have to wonder what made him change his mind, because it was years of him not letting her on this show. So I wonder what changed.
Goodness, something else I had a thought about Real Housewives, and I can't remember what it was.
It was about Brit.
No, I feel like it had to do with Ralph. Goodness, I can't believe I lost that damn thought.
Him talking about how Drew said that she cheated with Ty. That's why he filed a divorce.
Was it? Is that what I said?
Or him lying saying that he never cheated on Drew.
Child, that shit right there. I was like, and y'all really sat there. I honestly, I was looking at Shamia like, wow, you raggedy as fuck, bitch. You raggedy as fuck. You really gonna sit here with this nigga and then try to act like, oh, I'm bringing somebody because I don't want nobody to think nothing. That's not what the fuck we think. That's not what we think. That's never the thought. The thought is that Portia wanted you to bring him here so that you could basically, because Portia could make Drew feel like she thought Drew was making her feel with the Dennis situation, because
they thought they ate.
Yes, they thought they was about to make her all upset. And if I gotta hear one more time, she brought up my child. Bitch, we about to
She didn't bring up her child. Like why are you acting like she didn't say?
Because of Shamia.
What Eva said. Right. She didn't say he looked like Dennis. She like Dennis. What about? But this is what I was gonna say. What I was gonna say is, this new season of Girls, y'all ain't learned nothing from the previous season, because y'all need to stay out of women's business. Why is you acting like a damn bitch in my Nene Leakes voice? Because I've never seen like women assist to bring men on the show so hard. I was so irritated because I'm just like, leave the men where they at. Dennis already cemented his place to be a conversation topic episode after episode. But the fact that y'all have created a lane, an additional lane for a man to be on the show who don't really need to be on it, I was just so irked. Like, damn, Shamia, you just got your peach, and here you is bringing Ralph on the show so he can act like a damn bitch. Like, I mean, he was already on the show, I get it, but he wasn't gonna be on the show as much. I'm just like, keep the men.
That gave him too much camera time.
No, for real.
Yeah.
And then he was all eager and shit talking about, okay, the podcast they want to do. Like, you're just such a geeky ass nigga. You could tell, like, when they talked about how quickly they got together, 3 months engaged, 5 months
married,
pregnant,
8 months pregnant.
You love the fuck out that girl because you knew she was already famous. I believe you saw her as a lick. And as long as you had got her with them kids, it's gotcha, bitch. And, you know, you also, I think, imposed himself on her career to the point that she, you know, has an LLC that he wants to take 40% of so he can sit in the fucking basement and make videos about how he's not the bad guy and women are the wrong ones and all of that. But really, it's you, my nigga. You were always plotting on her. I feel like a grifter to take advantage of her, just like Ken do and a lot of them other like celebrity husbands that seek out celebrity women so that they can basically topple them from the inside.
Yeah. And what better way than to get her pregnant back to back and act like you was gonna take on her kid from a previous relationship only to say you're not gonna take them on just so you could feel like you had the power over her. So I have to say, people do not give Drew enough credit. Drew be lying about stupid shit, but her development on this show needs to be talked about. She actually left when she said she was going to leave. Like, we literally saw her down bad behind him. And when she went to the therapist, she was able to work through actually managing a narcissist. And people do not give her credit. Like, literally the last 2 seasons of Real Housewives of Atlanta would have been shit if Drew wasn't on there. So to this day, I think people need to pay her the respect that's due. They be so quick to disrespect her because she be lying. Sometimes she be coming off as lame. But I feel like in the same way, she's the most authentic on the show, even when she lie about the petty shit.
I was just about to say, I'm starting to think the lying might be like a trauma response thing from childhood. Like somebody that always make up little stories for whatever reason, you know, that might have been from something in their childhood. Like, oh, I'm always by myself, so I got to make up people being around me. You know, you just never know what people be going through in their childhood that make them liars like that. They lie about little small things. And I think that's also a personality that becomes an actress. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I do think she's authentic in that way.
Rumors that both you and Drew Sidora were more than just friends. That being said, now you're on Basketball Wives. What's true?
Come on,
what's false? I hear that all the ladies love you. What's going on?
All the ladies do love me, right? Ming Lee was my girl for almost 9 months. Prior to that, I was single for some years. My relationship before Ming Lee, I was in for almost 8 years. Drew is a good friend. Drew is a good person. So things have been said and done, but I would never speak ill on Drew. I just don't believe in that. And that's just what it is. That's just where it is. You get into relationships where, you know, some friendships are kind of like frowned upon and you want to respect, you know, the relationship that you're in. But at the end of the day, like who I am, I like to show up for my friends. I like to show up for my people.
That's your answer.
That's my answer.
Ming Lee is the homie. She and I go back quite some few years. Drew Sidora, I first paid attention to her on the show The Game. She was fly on the show.
And I've seen, you know, it's crazy because I've seen people speak about that all the time, but I've never watched that show.
Really?
You know, I didn't meet Drew until like 2 years ago. Was my first time even meeting her and know who she was.
It's
but one thing that I hate is that what my ex kind of put out there was that I cheated on her with Drew. I didn't even know Drew when I was with Mimi. And we never publicly announced our breakup for the third time. Which, like, I just hate that narrative, that's just still lingering and going around like, oh, she cheated on Mimi with Drew. Like, that never happened.
I was reading, and apparently, there were rumors that both you and Drew Sidora.
Okay, they starting over. So honestly, to me, Ty is a real nigga. Because she's a real nigga because the way she skirted around that and said it in the most put together way, like the way she said, all the ladies do love me. And then she went on to saying, I will never speak ill on her. Nobody asked me to speak ill. Did y'all fuck or did y'all not fuck? like the way she answered the question was so like she's so player. So it's given
They fuck.
y'all did, but not exactly when you and Mimi was together. When
Right.
you and Mimi was probably complicated. So yeah.
If they both saying no, I'm gonna go with that.
I saw you in the comments, Jamie.
Yeah, if she did, I ain't gonna be mad at it because that's what Ralph gets. Okay, you deserved it. And if she would have cheated on your ass with a damn man, you would have been even more sick. So shit the hell up. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, after that point, like I feel like Drew had gave it the old college try. She had humiliated herself enough.
She did
with him. I think she was entitled to move on and do whatever the fuck she wanted to do while still being married. I wouldn't have gave a fuck. And I still don't give a fuck. Like as far as people feeling like this don't make me look at Drew no type of way. The only thing it made me feel like is Drew is gay. Like I thought she was when she played too.
But you think she gay?
I mean, I think she's sapphic. I think she likes women. I'm not saying she's not bisexual, but I'm just saying I think that she has sexual relationships with women. I do.
Oh, for sure. Was she a lesbian in that one movie?
Maybe I don't remember.
What's the movie? The movie with Candy and Todd. They weren't in it. That they produced it.
Yeah, no, I remember. Actually, Candy was in it. I don't remember the story.
I think that's how they met.
Oh.
You remember it was a story of her meeting a guy.
Ty met on the movie
on
set.
the set.
Yeah, because she was friends with somebody else on the set. And I'm wondering who that
was.
With
the lady with the shortcut. The lady who was one of the main.
Yeah.
The lady was doing her and him, I think.
Drew and the man.
Yeah, I thought she was doing both of them.
The past. What was that?
Oh yeah.
I could have sworn that Drew said something about them. Drew was saying that this was her first time pretending to be a lesbian, or they had to practice sex scenes or something. She cheated with the woman. So. Yes, she did. She did.
And I guess that makes sense if they brought Ty to the set, because I remember they talked about that on a reunion when they said that was her girl crush.
And Erica Peoples was friends with Ty. So when Drew told her, yeah, like you said. Okay, so like can I just say okay. Because y'all know I know these hoes. I don't know her specifically, but I know her type. So I'm just gonna say, like, you play respectable, but you really like, a play ass nigga, meaning like you gonna play little games, you attractive, you're gonna be manipulative, you're gonna be talking to this one, might be in a relationship with that one, calm down with this one for a little while, but you'll always keep kind of your rotation in close proximity to you. That's why she keep going back with people. Because lesbians don't ever really get over their ex. So it'd be like over and over and over again, girl. But yeah, no, I could definitely see Ty being player and also fucking Brandy Maxell.
What?
I can see that happening for sure.
Yeah, if y'all been watching.
Because they on the show.
Yeah,
and they interacted.
They crushed too.
Yes, she was like, "It's so nice to meet you." Like I know
that's how I figured out how Ty. I said, "This how Ty get her ladies." Right. So now it's not too far fetched that her and Drew, they could have, right? Because when she said, I like to listen to my friends when, they need somebody to confide in. And the way she was listening to Brandy and Brandy just pouring her heart out, damn near crying. I'm like, okay, I see. That's how you get your people. You show up like,
Captain Saberho.
So then my question is, did she get with Mimi? Because she said 8 years. So were you with Mimi right after the sex tape stuff came out? Did she need somebody to vent to, even though we felt like it was a scheme that they set up?
Oh, I
That's
mean,
why
that
I was
makes
like,
sense.
I mean, that's
No,
like
she might be a lot of stud women are the cleanup women in some respect because of their relationships with their moms. It just depends. But if you've been like the girl boy to your mom, you definitely are somebody that knows how to show up like, oh, I got you. I'm gonna take care of everything, like that type of personality. And Ty come off like that. And they're emotionally supportive. They know what it's like to sit there and let their mama cry on their shoulder. So they know how to show up like that for women. And that's just I'm assuming, but I know women that are masked and that have that very suave, charismatic energy and all of that. And a part of that is how they related to having to take care of their mom like a boy, but also like a girl. And she did go to the WNBA, so she probably was financially, taking care of anybody if her parents are still alive and stuff. Because I don't know her life like that.
Yeah.
They be their mama's boyfriends. Yes.
You probably not wrong though. Yeah, because I'm laughing my ass off because my best friend, she be dating. Well, it was a period in her life where she was dating women for like 4 years, and she would always find the studs who she would date always had mommy issues. Always. So I'm like, it's so funny that you say that. But okay, let's move on to the next topic. The next topic I want to talk about is Big Black Cadillac. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yep.
And this was in
the Muppet Babies.
The process of them casting. I think it was.
Oh, you wanted to see that one?
I'm sure it was Tamar and the other girls, but I was asked to be one of the first girls when the show first originally started. I had the contract, and I ended up not doing the real, and they ended up casting Lonnie Love. Y'all know y'all would have liked me first. I'm just kidding. I was on Real Housewives of Atlanta.
You're not.
So I just did not do the real. But Tamar ultimately did the real. And I remember so well talking
I wish they would have told me.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember talking to Tamar. I remember talking to you, and you said this to me, like they had casted all of you guys, and you were like, we're all going out to dinner. I believe all y'all went to like Mr. Chow.
Because Vince.
I was asked to be on the real.
Wow, I had a hand in creating the show. That's why I'm
saying baby hairs is.
I wouldn't
have. My God.
No, I was gonna say I ain't never seen a half wig placed at the back half of somebody's head.
My God is an awesome God.
A Cadillac.
I'm pretty get ready to leave.
Oh.
You probably would be in our 10th season by now.
Our God is an
Thanks.
awesome God.
Ain't that dumb?
Nene reminds me of Trump.
Red, I can't stand your laugh.
I was confused.
And that's no shade.
So Tamar, big back Cadillac. What happened?
How did back get so big?
I don't know. But what happened, Tamar? Because so when we say big back Cadillac, who are we talking about?
The person you just named.
Oh, so Lonnie ended up being the person in the place of where I think that's what I think. I'm just assuming now. They came to me with the contract for the real, and then I ultimately did not do it.
I don't understand that.
Well,
wow, and creating the show. Why do people say I fall out with everybody?
I mean, I don't know. That's what they said.
No, that's late then.
I mean,
into
I don't
thinking.
know, girl.
That's what my sister
said.
So, anyway, Lonnie Love hasn't responded.
Please don't, Lonnie. Let these people be where they at, talking about everybody that's working. I'm tired of them. Every time, and then you ain't play the clip they talk about Candy. But I swear for God, every time Nene got an episode, somebody talking about Candy.
Oh yeah, because that's what she did with Latasha.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tasha was up there singing to the track, and you could hear Candy so heavy in the chorus. It was so funny.
I was gonna say, to be devil's advocate, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that it's shocking that people don't like Tamara. And Tamara and Lonnie was like this when they was with them white men on the when they was on the show.
Mm.
So I think that Tamar might have a reason to dislike Lonnie, but I also can say on the other side of things, the show wouldn't have made it off the ground if Nene and Tamar was ever casted to do something together because it would have been too damn much.
No, they was about to argue while they was interviewing. It's very argumentative. I remember at one point, Nene was saying, "Well, I would have talked to her. I want to sit down." Candy. Nene was like, "Well, I want to sit down with her," and Tamar was like, "Well, I don't want to." And Nene was like, "Well, I would." And Tamar was like, "Well, I wouldn't." Nene was like,
Yeah.
"Well, I was like, bitch, how many times y'all go? Which y'all go muscle each other about what y'all gonna do?" That's because they both
Right.
bullies. That's because they both bullies. And when
Hmm.
you get two bullies in a room, they might try to bully each other. It's fun.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't think she should have called that lady out her name like that. Um,
No.
But I feel like, I mean, she might have reason to blame Lonnie, but I also feel like they she could be mad at the wrong person potentially. I don't know. Because Lonnie had a production deal. Tamar was working on bringing this show together. Neither one of y'all were going to be able to do the show on y'all own because I don't think they believed in y'all. So they created an ensemble cast since they were already talking to Lonnie and you. They threw y'all in it together. And I think, in my opinion, they probably were talking to two different people that were over them. And maybe Lonnie was asking that person some stuff about why Tamar be so absent or whatever. And then once they decided to let her go, maybe they told her some tea, you know. It is what it is though. But what I will say is that Tawanda ass was wrong for telling Lonnie all those years ago when she was brought up on the show, "You need to watch it. You just need to watch it." I'm like, oh damn. That's why I see why you and Tamar stay into it. But all in all, but Tamar did admit though on this video that the paperwork wasn't right. So if the paperwork wasn't right, she also admitted that her and Vince didn't have the paperwork right. So for her to be mad at all of the ladies is like, you really probably should be mad at you and Vince more than anything. But I'm not gonna say she shouldn't feel away if she learned that Lonnie was trying to get her kicked off. But ultimately, it seems like it was the paperwork that got y'all up out of there. But anyway, girl,
I'm gonna tell you, Tamar is
it's
one of them
anyway.
people. Tamar is one of them people that if she wasn't like famous, she probably wouldn't be able to keep a job.
No, she wouldn't. She wouldn't. Oh no, no. She could not keep stable relationships.
Mm-mm. It's definitely giving. You need to like. It's a psychiatrist, not a it's a psychiatrist. It's somebody that could give you a prescription. I'm
I'm hollering because why my daddy tried to do me like that one day. No, really, really. He said, what is it? He said, what is it with you in these jobs? You always find a problem at them. And I was laughing my ass off because I'm like, not you trying to act like I'm the problem. No, literally, I have no problem moving around if somebody got me fucked up. That's the difference between me and some boomer folks. You stay at a job where they disrespect you and pay you enough to live a good living for 30 years. But for me, I'm like, next.
Which is the better way to be, in all honesty, because them businesses ain't the way they used to be.
No.
In addition, there's another layer too. You got the boomer people that'll sit there. You got the folks that be like, my time is up. And then you got the folks that constantly get their ass fired from jobs.
And that's what I was thinking. I was thinking she's somebody that's going to be getting into it with people. You temperamental. You don't want nobody telling you what to do. Some days you come in there and you like acting all like and doing all of that. Like, I just could see her not being able to hold a job because she can't control herself sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's not me though. I was just like, no, that's not me. I just
But yeah,
like
no.
we was talking about Mama Tina. Next.
But that's the reason why, like Tamar, that's the reason why Tamar probably didn't stay on that job. People could say what they want to. She was good on there, but she missed a lot of days. They had to replace her a lot. I'm sure her attitude, I'm sure the situation with Vince, like when you put all of those things into play, I'm sure it was like, all right, bitch, it ain't worth all that. It ain't worth all that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm thinking about that time when Tamar snapped that Jenny Mai. I'm glad they still got the videos of you can go back.
Wait, when?
I think they were talking about parenting or kids or Phineas and Ferb or something like that. And Samira kind of like snapped at her like, oh, okay. Well, okay. Well, I'm just saying with my kids, I'm like, okay, Tamara, turn up then.
Listen, Tamara is merely 5 years from Karen.
Is she?
What you mean?
Like
5
she,
years.
like I mean, she's
I'm
at the
thinking
age range where
Mhm.
she's about to turn into one of those miserable white women that are always complaining about something at a store. Like
I
she's about
think
to
she's
turn.
already there.
I just say, you know how once they get a little
I think
older, you
he's
start
trying.
to see it more in public than you used to. You knew it was like that, but now we're gonna have video.
This is my favorite clip from the reel.
I've never known
Oh,
that
I love
you're
it. That's why
bullied,
she mad at
you
Lonnie.
know, and that things that people say affect you because you move in stride like nothing's wrong and
Lonnie
everything's
already
good.
wanna
The world
laugh.
is peachy creamy. It tastes like strawberries. You know, no, really. And I feel like right now in this moment, I'm learning from you. So thank you for that, Cheney, because, you know, I was just asking my husband the other day, you know, when you say,
Jeannie's so full of it.
you know, you're just not going to talk about,
Trying.
you know, my girls. I know
It's
exactly what you're
uncomfortable. I
talking
gotta
about.
try to empathize.
This particular person started saying that I look like a Muppet. People say it so much, sometimes I start to forget words. And so I even asked her,
Look at the girl.
I look like a Muppet. Oh my God.
Do I look like a
Absolutely not.
Keep the camera. Keep the
This person
camera.
has the whole world.
Keep the camera off
calling me.
Lonnie. Keep the
It's
camera
just so
off Lonnie.
devastating. It takes me back to high school. You know,
Look at her sitting there looking exactly like a goddamn
what I
Muppet.
can do is what Jeannie does. And thank you, Jeannie. I can act like the world is all peaches and cream and tastes like strawberries. And so I'm going to take that with me today. Thank you.
Stay positive.
Thank you, Fred.
Why would you move a person's hair out of the way to see their face? And I mean, I have to say, kind of a shout out to K Michelle. Sorry, but yeah, the fact that she say still sticks to this day. Kay, you probably should have had your ass on Housewives. I don't know, but she still got them liners, okay? Because Kirk still can't get rid of this. She said about him nor Rashida
She
to
looks
this
like
day.
Janice. That's who it is. She look
She
like
says,
Janice the Muppet. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Like she literally looks just like Janice the Muppet.
Which exit out of that? You see, it was a Muppet up there, but I'm like,
oh, another video. Oh, that one.
Was
Okay,
that
let me see the
Janice?
screen. Oh no, I don't think that was the Muppet. I think somebody just recreated this.
Would it look
Gotcha.
like it? Would it look like it?
I think you're trying. I would have never known that you're bullied. You
Oh,
know,
they so fucking disrespectful. And y'all talk about us
things
being
that people
mean?
say affect you because you move in stride like nothing's wrong and everything's good and the world is peachy creamy. It tastes like strawberries. You know, no, really. And I feel like right now
It's
in this
the
moment,
fact
I'm
that
learning
they
from
got
you.
the mouth
So thank
moving.
you for that, Cheney, because you know
I see him all the time redoing scenes for movies. I
I
know
was
it's
just asking my
hilarious.
husband the other day. You know,
Making
when you
real
said
words and lips is crazy.
They ate that
when you
wig
start to
up.
talk about, you know,
They
my girls.
did.
I know exactly
The
what you're
hump in
talking
the
about
back.
because a particular person started
Look at the mouth. The
saying
mouth.
I look like a Muppet. People say it so much, sometimes I start to forget words. And so I
Oh, they
even
so
asked him,
disrespectful, baby.
do I look like a Muppet? Oh my God.
And not them got Lonnie. It was
Absolutely not. But this person has the whole world calling me that. And you know, it's so crazy. Do you think I'm strong? I think you're strong.
I'm telling y'all.
That is gold.
No,
That is gold,
no. Okay. Hold on. I have to show y'all one more video that has nothing to do. It's two videos that I watch when I feel like laughing till I cry. I have to show y'all the other video now that we own this, y'all. Hold on. Oh gosh. And hold on.
And did y'all understand what Tamar was saying? Talking about some tell Katie to like tell the truth or something. I'm
I
like,
guess
what are you talking about?
I was wondering if she was talking about that shit that happened with Todd again.
But that we wouldn't have known about that if it wasn't for her.
It never makes sense, Jamie. It just would be happening in her head. It don't make sense to us. It never
Right.
does. It never does.
This my other favorite video to watch when I need to laugh. Have y'all seen this?
No.
All
That's
right,
Diddy,
y'all.
huh?
Yes, I'm just watch the video
Which
and look
brother?
at both.
Oh, bro.
No, look at both of them when they look at both of them when they talking. This is a video that you can watch like 15,000 times and pick up different things every time you watch it. Okay.
You have going on in your life right now?
I'm doing a freestyle series right now. I just been dropping like freestyle after freestyle. I just dropped one this week with Raekwon, and I'm gonna just keep doing that until we drop this free album that's coming out at the top of the year.
Beautiful. And what are you up to these days?
Right now I'm working on getting my real estate license, so I'm very excited.
Good for you. Well, thank you. Now tell us what you have going on in your
Now
life right now.
look
I'm
at
doing a
Dickie
freestyle
face
series
while
right
Russ
now.
is
I just been
talking.
dropping
I
like
saw that.
freestyle. I just dropped one this week with Raekwon, and I'm gonna just keep doing that until we drop this free
Russ
album that's coming out at
overthinking,
the top of the
nervous.
year.
Beautiful. And what are you up to these days?
Right now I'm working on getting my real estate license, so I'm very excited about doing that. Yep.
Good for you.
The
Well,
fact
thank you.
that he looked
Now tell
down.
us what you have going on in your life right now.
I'm doing a freestyle.
It was just how I get my real estate license. And I'm really happy about that.
Yep. No, it was the
What
yep.
they're up to now.
He
No,
didn't
it's
even let her
crazy.
respond.
But it's just so
I'm
funny.
really excited about that. Yep.
I think he may have a bit of social anxiety.
Definitely.
He
But it's
does.
also like Diggy trying so hard to be cool, and he's just like straight up like awkward, and it's not. and Diggy
And
trying hard
Diggy
to
is
be cool.
pissed. Like, boy, you fucking this up for me. But we
Right.
can tell you're trying to be cool. You socially awkward.
I mean, it does seem like one of them situations where it's like, if you go on, your brother got to go.
Yeah.
And so,
Go in there and put a suit on. You can
yeah.
wear your hat. Go in there and put a suit on.
Very excited about that. Yep. Hold on. Whoa. She didn't even get to respond, sir. Relax. You over rehearsed in your head.
That was funny.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's move on to the next topic. Next topic that I want us to get into is not funny. So trigger warning for those of y'all who don't want to talk about abuse, because the last two topics of the show, we're gonna be talking about those two things. Number one, Hailey and DDG. So there's pictures online where we see that Hailey went and filed for a restraining order against DDG, and she showed evidence of abuse. Where you can see the bruises on her arm in these pictures. You can see that she got a chip on her tooth.
Damn, bro. Should I?
And in this next video is DDG finding out that the restraining order was granted for Hailey. And then not only that, as of yesterday or today, Hailey has also been granted sole custody of their child Halo. So let's watch the video of DDG finding out.
Did I get a stylist? Why are they saying GGTMZ? Let's see. Why are they saying GGTMZ? All right, I'm looking at her story now. What? Oh. Don't even.
That can't even be real.
Fuck all that.
But that can't even be real.
But,
That's the thing.
But don't even. But you remember we talked about last night? All that. It's not.
No, I'm saying, but I don't know where that even came from.
Yo, stop these fake allegations. This is a father. This is a real person. It's a good human being.
Even, but I don't.
But hey, bro, we on stream, bro.
Come on, like I gotta be.
Just don't do it, bro. Come here. Come here.
Don't do what?
My real friend. We're not gonna do no false on this stream. He's a great. I feel like. Damn, bro. Should I get a?
Okay, so she was granted the restraining order after accusing DDG of abuse. And he's required to stop posting and streaming about her and their child. DDG mama made a post and said nothing. She said something like, I've been way too quiet about this for too long, and never post a follow-up. So yeah. Hailey, I'm so glad that you were able to say next and move on from this and do whatever the fuck you needed to do to get up out of that situation. Because sometimes you got to learn on your own. Everybody was telling her as it was going, this is not the one, he not the one, he not on your level, he this, he that. And it wasn't coming from a place of hatred. But I do understand people, you feeling like too many people are speaking on your life. But I'm just gonna say I'm glad to see that she is not following or getting into like the social media back and forth, and that she did what she needed to do in a court of law and just said, let me go ahead and dead this shit right now immediately to get you out of my life and collect my peace.
That's what I love the most is
Me
the fact
too.
that she just got quiet and just started making moves. The thing that he should have did to begin with, he should have been following her lead. I feel like the mama didn't come back to say anything because they did not have the actual documentation. I was thinking that this may have already taken place, but it seems like it took place on like what Monday or whenever the 13th was. And when I saw him in that video acting surprised, I was like, don't act surprised, you know what's going on. Then I said, no, he really was. He didn't know that she filed that because he's so used to running over her, doing what he want to do, running to her house, take pictures of this, bust into her stuff. He's been used to doing whatever it is he wants to do. And I think he never thought that she would take it to the level in which she took it, as she should have. And I feel like that's why the mama never came back, because they didn't see all the documents. Because even the brother was like, how did TMZ get that information? Because it was out there and they probably got a plug down there. And he over there trying to say, do you really think my brother with her? She's an actress. You think she'll hit my brother? Like, do you really think that? Come to find out, he says the reason they get their kids is because of the mama. And then people was leaving comments saying that his brother was the same way with his baby mama. I guess she just didn't have the money, they were saying, I guess, to go at things the way that Hailey is. But I mean, shout out to her. I love to see it. And it just confirms a lot of what a lot of people had already been saying about him. And more, I would say the other thing will also be just him coming online, talking that trying to make her seem like she's the problem. Like, you literally had a lot of people harassing this woman online because you lied, making it seem like you didn't see your fucking child, knowing the whole time they were sick. Then when you could have saw the baby, you didn't even want to see the child. And then want to sit up there and talk about something. It's been a month since I seen my kid. Baby, the way I'm glad they shut down the fact that he can't use her. Now, we don't know how long it's going to be, because I think they granted her an immediate, like, temporary thing, I think she may have to go to court next month or something. But I don't know how that's going to work out. Well, I guess she'll send an attorney because she's supposed to be overseas filming. But good. Because that baby don't need to be tied up in none of that shit you got going on. Okay? So I'm in support of Hailey. Period.
I don't know. I just feel like it's a really good feeling being right, even about wrong shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just such a good feeling to be right. I saw somebody say that earlier today, because they were also talking about how the reason why he didn't take it to court when he was online complaining is because he didn't have the evidence to back it up. And he knew that her lawyer was going to ask the judge, or the judge was going to suggest that they stop talking about the baby online and stop having the baby on streams if they actually took it to court. And DDG took that girl video and was like, where is she getting her information from? I don't know, but apparently better than you. better than you, sir, because you didn't even know. How you didn't know? Like, this is my thought. They don't like serve you. They don't serve you before the internet find out. Because I would have thought that he got served and then wanted to pretend like he was just finding out about it once it hit the internet.
That's what I thought. But then when the brother was like, how did TMZ get this? I said, oh, TMZ always get access to this stuff as soon as it drops. So they got to connect down there. So they was going to get that. Somebody done hit him up. So he might be getting served now. They probably was like, give us the rest of the week to get him the information. But he found out online. Baby, that's crazy.
Honestly, like the tactics, it's so funny because you can see the parallels between DDG, between Tory Lanez, between Diddy. Like, you could see all of the parallels in certain ways with the way they handle women and the way everybody acts like they don't have a pattern of behavior. Chris Brown too. We saw Chris Brown, he said free Tory, and now his ass is arrested.
Baby, I have to say, Chris, bitch, the way I cackled, I'm sorry. That shit was funny as fuck. I said, no, you didn't. It done went from free Tory to free you in 24 hours, Chris.
I went down the list. I'm gonna have to
came out to just being quiet.
I'm gonna have to put that shit up on Instagram.
Not so quick.
But I went down the list of all of the times that he's been in trouble or has something legal going on through the years, and he's literally had something going on every year since the Rihanna shit happened. Just because
Really?
every year,
I
every
wasn't
year,
surprised.
every year, he's either getting caught up in something or then the lawsuit comes, a few times, a few months later or something like that. But like for instance, he did an interview through the chair against the window 2009 2010 after they asked him about Rihanna. Went to a club, got into a fight. He was on probation. He skipped out on probation, went and did a show. 5 people got shot at the show. Let's see. What else? He hit somebody he hit his like assistant or his
When didn't Karishi have a restraining order against him too?
2016. Hers was
Stalking.
her relationship with him I think was 2012 to 2014, and that restraining order might have happened in 2016 or something like that. But there was also like some overlap between her and Rihanna, to be clear. But yeah, he's consistently been either getting into fights at events that he's at where he'll get into it with another group of men or another man or something like that. He'll get into that type of fight. He's actually been accused 3 times of drugging and assaulting a woman, just like Diddy did. 3 times. One time he paid out of court. The second time he sued her. We don't know what happened after she dropped the case. And then the third one, they dropped the case. But y'all know how that goes sometimes. That don't mean it didn't happen. That just means you don't have enough evidence to prove it. Or it means
one of those ladies he did prove. He had audio messages from her.
The one he sued.
Proved that she was lying.
Yeah.
I hope he stay out of jail until after September 3rd or 2nd so I can go to this damn concert.
Somebody asked me what I saw. I saw that somebody in the comments said DDG brother had a child by Gail Bean. But Gail Bean, I don't know. I didn't know she had a child. So I'm trying to find that. Like, I don't know how true that is.
I don't know why I feel like they confusing it for the for the Kiki Palmer baby daddy shit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, he and Drake had a huge fight. Then they made a parody about it years later. Like, it is so much shit. I literally have forgotten about most of that shit. But one of those things was on Diddy's boat, though. One of those things was on Diddy's boat. And I think another thing was that the only reason he got it thrown out is because he was able to prove she was still trying to see him after the fact. And I feel like that doesn't all the time
That's
matter.
not a good that's not a good reason. Are you serious? That gives us the perfect segue into speaking on Diddy and Cassie. Let me say the Diddy trial, because that's what this is. Cassie is not on trial. People are thinking that this is Cassie's trial against Diddy. This is the Diddy trial for shit. Y'all gonna know better than I do, because y'all know I don't be down to the news like that. I just be catching the shit on Twitter. Rico, sex trafficking, prostitution, racketeering. Okay, that's what I thought. Yes. But this is not Cassie's trial against Diddy. Cassie is just on the stand. She's already had her settlement. She's already had the $20 million. She's not getting nothing from this besides voicing what she went through to help other people in this situation. Yeah. So there's been a couple conversations. I just wanted to talk about some of the main highlights and things I heard people talking about. Day one, the main thing people was talking about was when Diddy had hired a male escort to pee on Cassie, or in Cassie's mouth, one or the other. And people really took that first day to be like, oh, well, no, she told him how to do it. So this is just giving a freaky ass couple. That's one of the narratives that's being discussed. Another thing that people are talking about during the trial is his daughter is getting up and leaving when the male prostitute started speaking, and Diddy turning around to his family and saying, I'm okay. And that's the craziest thing to me. This trial is about you and all the shit that you've done. And they got to listen to their daddy do all this abusive, nasty ass shit, dehumanizing ass shit. And you turn around and say to your people, I am okay. What? So, what else has come up? What else has come up is Cassie, speaking about how the longest freak off party was 4 days long. She would have to do it when she was on her cycle. People asking why she stayed. And the thing about it is, Cassie was 19 when she got with Diddy. I don't think this is all she knew. This is all she knew. You can be in a relationship with somebody and still in some sick way, there's still a power dynamic that he had over her. She was the artist, never got to put out no music, no nothing. And in her mind, she only wanted to satisfy him. Not to mention, there was blackmail going on too. So I feel like it's gonna be like damn near impossible to prove that, oh, this was just a freaky ass couple. Oh, well, she had the will.
And
When there's videos to this day, videos that are resurfacing now, where we're seeing clearly that she was abused. So, what are y'all's thoughts on week 1 of the 8-week trial?
I want to say something. Talking about, no, she was not 19. They met when she was 19. Their first time having sex was when she was 21. But if you know anything about older men grooming women, the before sex years are the grooming. That's where the emotional attachment and I believe in you. That's when they present themselves as the good guy that makes it okay for you to want to fuck them, even though you're not really attracted to them because they old and they give you a little creep vibe sometimes. Okay. That's just, straight off rip. I wanted to say that. But one of the main things, y'all, that I really want people to like get is when she talks about the UTIs and the sores in her mouth. Nobody, no hoe, listen to me, no hot in the puss, I just want to feel good on the inside bitch wants to have sex for hours with a UTI that medication can't cure. Nobody wants to have sex under those circumstances. That is extremely uncomfortable. That's not pleasurable for anybody that has a coochie, my nigga. So I want y'all to understand that it doesn't matter how you think she was okay with things. There's always a time when somebody says no and you need to stop. Like, period. I don't care. If I said yes today and then tomorrow I say no, you can't do it tomorrow because I said yes today. That's not how consent works. I don't know how that incel got in our comments.
I don't even see him.
Okay.
I
can't.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't even see him.
I can't do it on here. I can see him though. But anyway, but yeah. And then that part about the UTI, because I'm like, if you've ever had a UTI, that shit is so fucking terrible. And then the fact that he would make her have sex when she didn't want to have sex. Y'all, I don't know about y'all, but that's one of the most aggy things in the world is fucking somebody when you don't want to fuck. Like that, like I don't feel like it. Like I shouldn't have to. And then all of this physical shit that he was doing, he was hitting his employees, like he was doing shit in front of people. Another part of the conversation is people feeling like the daughters and the kids don't know who their daddy is. They may not know all of the gritty details, but they know he's a monster. Like they know.
I mean, I feel like Bondi said a lot. I pretty much had the same sentiments. I don't really have a whole lot to say, really. I'm trying to think. I don't think it's much to say. It's just a terrible situation for her to be in. Freak offs every day, 4 days. Like, that's a long time. That's
exactly what the fuck Young Miami was gonna do.
That's what she was doing.
Stupid ass. Yeah, stupid ass. Like, girl, stupid ass. I'm sorry. Like, the way she was flaunting it in everybody's face.
The indignation of it. Like, it's the same thing with Jazzy talking about when $1 million nigga apply pressure. And what that really means is your, booty hole hurt or, something else hurt because you did not. It's sad, y'all. It's sad. I am interested to hear though how Danity Kane gonna go because everybody thinking, oh Cassie, where's the smoking gun? It's like, child, we gotta talk to Danity Kane.
What do they mean? Where is the smoking gun?
Like, remember I told you when I
That's
was
her whole situation is the fucking smoking gun. Smoking gun started when that nigga signed her up for 10 albums.
Yes,
he
and
only did one and held her hostage.
That was
to take advantage of her. Like, come on, y'all.
Like he did it in a business way, that way. He did it in a sexual way. And then I also feel like people acting like they don't know what a RICO charge means. Like nowadays, the RICO can be applied the same way it was with R. Kelly. All you have to do is have an organized group of people who you are paying, who are executing illegal activity on your behalf, especially if there's an exchange of money. And there was an exchange of money when he was paying escorts. There's an exchange of drugs, passing drugs over state and country lines, bringing escorts, or she said they mainly got them, in the state that they were in. I think he thought that meant that it wasn't trafficking and all of that, but you were trafficking Cassie, my nigga. But you always thought you had her in a bag, so she wasn't going to say anything. I really think those check-ins, because she said they would have check-ins after they broke up. And, it was just like to, show love. Like you could tell on some level, she's still not all the way out of the thought that he really cared about her at some point.
Oh, she definitely not. And I think that may be painful for her husband to hear that, she may have still desired that from him. Because I think they may have done whatever while she was dating him. But at the end of the day, my thing is like, it's the smoking gun for me that's crazy because, like I mentioned, the album deal. But in addition, did she say he introduced her to like giving head and shit?
Yeah,
He
she
kissed
had
her
never
when
did
she
head
didn't even
before.
want to be kissed. She was dating somebody else. Y'all concocted a plan to get the girl to Miami just so he can have his way. Like he literally introduced her to this fucking lifestyle. So I don't care nothing about no messages of her. Oh, I want to freak off tonight. I want to do this. I want to do that. I just
No,
feel
me
like she
either.
wouldn't be into none of that shit if it was never introduced to her.
Right.
Like I feel like that's coercion in my personal. Like you took advantage of her mental. You held her album over her head. You held images, videos over her head.
You drugged
Like
her.
you blew up somebody's fucking car. The way she was taking drugs was crazy.
No, for real.
I'm
Talk
like,
about
how are
that
you
recovery.
even existing?
Oh, and another thing, you talked about the urine on her. She was taking GHB, which a lot of the times will make you not really be able to move. She was laying on the ground, and Diddy and the other escort were peeing on her face at the same time. That's why she said she choked, because she had too much urine in her mouth. The reason why is because she's on those drugs that make it hard for you to move your body, even though you're aware of everything that's going on. I don't think people really get it's not about freaky. It's not about that. It's literally him using his dick as a weapon. He's torturing, and not even his dick, somebody else's dick, because apparently his dick may be too small to do the type of damage he would like to do. That's why he would pay her to go and find, get, the big black dicks. Go and find a big black dick, because not only do I wish I could be you fucking a big black dick, I wish I could have a big black dick. I think that's what all
Yeah.
it was.
She left that relationship with so much trauma from physical abuse, being slutted out, having to watch him be with other women and stuff, having your career being fully controlled. And it kind of gives a little bit of Kanye of, in my opinion, likely down to the damn fashion as
Yes.
well. It was just like, it's just so much control. And I could just imagine the trauma reactions that she's left with. The trauma period, how she navigates through her marriage, which it seems to me he makes it very easy for her, but it doesn't mean it's easy for her, right? Based on, because like when you read the details from today, she did a lot of laughing, it seemed to me, when being cross-examined. And I was like, well, I wonder how that comes across in the courtroom for the jurors, and if they're feeling like, oh, is she laughing because she's reminiscing, or are they recognizing that no, these may be laughs to keep from crying, in a sense, like it may not signify what you think it is because she's laughing. You know what I'm saying? Because of what all she went through. So I was just, I'm really wondering what the juror, so when I'm hearing from people, I also would like to hear what are the expressions on the jurors' faces as well when certain things are being said, because we can have this dialogue all day long. We can say all kind of stuff, or we think that he guilty, not whatever. And that jury can very well get in that room and they can give us a completely different outcome. So I think in my personal, to me, it is giving guilty on all charges. Okay, that's just how I feel about it. And I said we really don't even need nobody else's testimony. It's really all Cassie's. So to hear them say she really is the star witness in so much ways on her testimony, I'm like, that's really all y'all need. But I'm gonna take Dawn's and I'm gonna take Aubrey's to drive it
For
on
sure.
home because they
And
definitely have
Rodney
seen
too.
something. But I'm gonna need them to get the people that Cassie named, like the assistants. You know what
The
I'm saying?
doctors,
Like the
somebody
KK
in
person.
Yes.
Yeah,
There's so many people that like
that's a
watched this
lot.
happen and didn't inform anybody. And the positions that they hold, they literally have to, like, doctors are supposed to say something. They're not supposed to like just come to, like, Diddy taking, once she got that gash on her eyebrow, and Diddy's security guard takes her to a surgeon. Like, but when he OD'd, they took his ass to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Anytime something happens to her, they taking somebody to a doctor, so nobody will find out about it. But when it's him, it's like, oh, we can actually take this nigga to the hospital because we're not worried about, protecting ourselves from the abuse. Like when everybody want to act like, oh, they both was doing it to each other, because people love to do that shit. But to me, even when they was talking about, and I keep going back to Lauren because she was one of the main people that I heard say these things, like, how are they going to prove that this is actually coercion? And I'm like, well, here's the coercion part. If I'm trying to leave and you stop me from leaving and drag me back, if I try to leave and you send your security to chase me down and bring me back, at that, like, how much more of that type of shit? And then she's also supplying evidence, but we're just not seeing it.
But the other part too is, for her, she may feel like, how are they going to prove it? Because it could be potential hearsay. It could be her word clearly against his. But if those people are brought to the stand, they gonna have to take. That's how they gonna prove it. They're going to have to confirm that we were. That's why I'm like, who gonna be on the defense? What witnesses y'all finna bring to the front? Because the witnesses that Cassie's mentioning that was once on his side, they probably finna show up in the effort to decrease whatever charge that's coming their way. They finna sing. So that is how they gonna prove the coercion. We heard it from the beginning. The coercion, in my personal, is right there with the damn, what is it? The 10 albums, only released one and didn't do shit else. And you pretty much doing slave work.
And
that's what you're doing.
That is slave work.
Thank you.
Did y'all hear
you
about the
doing
white
slave
lady?
work and ain't nothing coming out. The Carrie
The
Morgan
assistant.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, no.
She was the assistant, but then ended up being his chief of staff, and Cassie identified
KK
her as her overseer.
The KK lady, the Karam, something like that. I think that's her.
It's
Carrie was
something.
her friend.
The white brunette.
Oh, so no, not Carrie. The white brunette lady.
I think it's Karam or something. They call her KK.
Yeah, she started out as Diddy's assistant, worked her way up to chief of staff, but from the time that she was assistant, her only job was to watch Cassie, basically. Even when Cassie wasn't living with him, she would keep tabs on her.
But the coercion isn't a charge. It is. It's a part.
It's within sex trafficking.
Yes.
It's within the sex trafficking charge.
Yes.
Yeah, somebody said, "Where's Farnsworth?" No, for real. Where is he?
Nah, he's somewhere. He just don't want to be bothered. And he go back. I think Farnsworth goes back further back enough that he may not be involved in this set of things. Also, I know, we forgot about this, but Rodney allegedly has a lot of video. And that's another part of this that we're not seeing as the public, but the jury is seeing video from Cassie's phone, laptop.
Correct.
So that's another thing. So how if somebody, looks like they're having fun having sex, and then at another point they look like they passed the fuck out. Yeah. I'm sure the jury, and then, that was another thing, y'all. The jury, they said they was having a hard time finding women who hadn't been assaulted to be on a jury, which is why the jury is 8 men and 2 women.
Oh, wow.
Oh, damn. It's 2. I don't know why I thought it was like 4 women and the rest. Maybe they alternates or something. But I also feel like that's the excuse, right? I feel like it's strategic for them to have as many men as they have.
Having a hard time.
That does not mean that he gonna still come out right. That don't mean he finna come out, because they very well may see some stuff and be like, oh yeah, hell no, because those men may have daughters. They may be connected.
Okay, my bad, y'all. It's 4.
So it is 4 women.
It's 4 women. Okay, hold on. Because that's what I heard. But that, I mean, I was just thinking about how often women are assaulted to the point that when they came and asked them, have you ever been assaulted? Most of them are saying yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
But I mean, they say 1 out of 4 women, 1 out of 7 men.
1 out of 6 for men, 1 out of 4 for women.
Yeah, it's
It's
a
12. So
sad.
it's
It's
4 women and
sad.
8 men because it's 12 altogether. Yeah. But that's still a lot of men.
And then people trying to clown her husband and saying stuff like, "Oh, he gonna leave you when this is over." And damn,
think he knows
if
He
y'all
ain't
call
left
him
her
a
yet.
grown
Why
man,
would
then
he?
I must be a little boy and all of this shit. It's like, are y'all okay?
They not. I really think they have an upside down version of what a real man is. And I think somebody that loves a woman no matter what she's been through, because no matter what, she's still valuable. After everything that nigga did to her, he's still turning around and creating life with that other man. I know that shit be eating him up.
And
And
I'm just like, yeah.
What you about to say?
No, I was gonna say he also ain't finna go nowhere after he up there get that 20 million. Period. Okay.
Okay.
That man standing by
And
his side.
yeah, I mean, I just saw the video. Somebody reposted it when she did that DV run, and he was there waiting for her, and he hugged her. I think he also,
Yeah, I saw that.
to me, I don't think people are seeing it clearly as far as he's concerned. He was her trainer. Diddy hired him. So if you always having to do the freak offs, it's a job. That means that your trainer is probably seeing your body. They probably seeing the bruises. They probably seeing how you come in here fucked up sometimes. Like your trainer is going to see what's going on with your body if you going through that type of shit. And so I feel like Alex probably saw it before the relationship started, and then probably saw Diddy treated her, and then was like, you don't have to deal with that shit. And then, I guess they form a relationship, and eventually you have to tell him some of this shit, especially if everybody else gonna find out about it.
I truly feel like Alex was one of her safe places that she could go to.
Yes.
That he was not going
She
to
was so
suspect, so
isolated.
she could share. Yeah, I don't even think he knew what was going on. I feel like she was like, okay, let me tell you. Like she just saw him as a safe space, and he's been there ever since.
Ooh, something else somebody
I hope
said.
he didn't know, because I don't want him to be incriminated in no type of fashion or
No,
something.
I don't mean
Oh,
like
he
the way that
wouldn't.
he could do anything. I mean like knew about it, like knew that Diddy was abusing her, but like a lot of people like you should leave him. Like that's all I can do.
Can I also say that 50 Cent been saying this shit for years, and also said he saw a video of Cassie years ago on the
Diddy
Breakfast
showed it.
Club.
Diddy showed it to they said it was in the studio. Did he just start showing it on like a monitor or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Projector? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like
That
she
shit
said
sad.
that's how he would threaten her all of the time. And y'all that's another reason why she didn't just up and leave as easy as you would think, is because he's like blackmailing her with these videos of disgusting shit being done to her. Oh, what I'm about to say. So the word is that he gave her, herpes.
Wouldn't be shocked because that's how they say Usher got it, allegedly.
I don't know. I could believe that. I was looking.
That's why he paid the $20 million off rip, is because she could prove, I guess, like, if that was a part of the proof. And he didn't want nobody to know. Somebody said that.
She also said that she would have to hold on to the nutty buddy and then go in a room right after freaking on somebody else and then having to put it on his chest. Like, are you okay, sir? Whether
On
it
his
was on her
nipples.
stomach
He
or
wants to
inside
fuck
her
the
cootie
man.
swab.
He wants to fuck the man so bad. Like, like you want that man's sperm on your nipples, my nigga? Especially
And
like,
then, can I get into the messages from today? I thought I didn't have a whole lot to say, but I actually do. So when I got into like some of the dialogue today, it was parts of where they were trying to paint it out, in my opinion, about Cassie wanting, oh, I'm so horny, oh, I want to have a freak off, I want to do this or that. And it's like, bro, all right, do y'all, I don't know how they gonna take it on the jury, but how I'm seeing it is, when you may get in a relationship, and I mean, whatever, you may say or do things to try and appease that person in so many words. So I don't even know if it was so much as that she really wanted to do those things. I think she was saying things that he would want to hear. And in order for her to really get with him, she would likely have to have a freak off anyway. So I think she was just saying that he wanted to hear, to me.
Yes. Yeah, you could tell that's what it was. Like, that's so obvious, because a lot of this shit, like even she said the first time they did it, he made her feel dirty. but she really she wanted to spend time with him.
Yes, it's like watching a movie that you don't like, or something like, I don't like this show, but I know he like it. I just want to spend time. I'm like, you want to watch this? Da, 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 da. You want to? That's kind of what it was given.
And the way people pressure you into doing shit you don't feel like doing all of the time, and as long as you can make them happy, you like, all right, I'll do it. Especially with him being who he was, she thought that that's what goes along with the territory. And in real life, it is. A lot of women feel like, okay, I could deal with him sleeping with other people. I can sleep with other people with him. But when you take somebody's choice away, drugging them when they don't want to be drugged, there were times, she said, where she did not want to be drugged, and he drugged her anyway. Like, he was trying to create that dependence. It's also a form of pimp. Like, it's a form of the pimp. It's to get.
It sounds like she was a sex slave.
She was
for sure. And in addition to her trying to appease him, not just to get closer to him, but also to show herself as that, would it be bottom bitch or top bitch?
Yes,
considering the fact that he was still dealing with Kim. Then Gina came along. Ain't no telling what other women he was over there messing with. So, and then I think when I was watching Armand, he said something like, she mentioned how she don't get the holidays. Like, I don't get, you always go home to be with your family. I don't get this. I don't get that. It's like, I'm just being used for SEX. Right. So she also was doing those things to me, to please him, to be on a higher level than how he may have saw Kim, but also knowing she don't got no kids with him like Kim does. I'm sure she figured if we ever have a child, it'll put me up there on the priority list as well. So, I mean, that's just like, I don't see him getting out of this, it's just now how much time he gonna do is another thing, right? So he might not do as much time as we may think, but I can see a guilty verdict.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see what the
did y'all see that story about the woman that said he was getting ready to assault her, and when she saw how small his dick was, she was like, oh, then it won't be as terrible?
Oh no, I didn't see that.
I saw something
it was the size of a Tootsie Roll.
I heard about the Tootsie Roll, but I didn't know. Okay.
And that would make sense because the big black cock thing was such a huge thing for him when it came to like her picking the sex workers. Also, the fact that he made her pick sex workers from Backpage and
Craigslist.
Like, you're a billionaire. You should have access to some of the best, escort, businesses in the game. Like, cause y'all know, like, especially in Vegas where it's legal, they got high price hookers in places where it's legal, and they fly people out and nobody say nothing. We know that that's what's really be going on, but those probably come with protection. And Diddy wanted to do shit to people that he would be able to get away with. And if they on Backpage, that mean they just out here because they desperate.
I don't know. Either they was desperate or he knew what came with Backpage in an effort to further harm you.
Yeah, both.
It'd be easier.
Both. It's both. Because I think it was also picking dudes that wasn't as attractive so that she would be having sex with men that she wouldn't really want to have sex with. So I think he was thinking about all of that, Jamie. I think he was thinking about just every aspect of it.
I have another question. I don't know, but I was told that his mom introduced him to stuff like that.
That would not surprise me. They said his mom ran parties and probably was a madam, like ran bitches. So that would make sense. And you know how they feel. You a man when you fuck. So they probably, let a child have sex with grown women because that makes them think that they little boy is a man now. Like, y'all know them toxic, weird ass bitches that have incestuous relationships with their sons. Hello, Mama D, Scrappy. That nigga was on the internet today talking about they believe Hailey, but they don't believe me. Can you ever come to the front with some type of evidence that Bam was knocking your head between the washing machine and the dryer?
I'm screaming.
She used to say to me. What she used to say, Scrap?
Okay.
Play an audio clip for us. Tell us verbatim what she said one time. Write it down for us so we can understand it.
Because he can never present any facts, though. Like, you never give no real receipts to nothing. I mean, any. You don't give any receipts. Not real. You don't give
any receipts. And
the same shit you did with Bam, you did with Erica. That's why it's not hard to believe the shit Bam saying. So shut up.
Always trying to look for a way not to be responsible, and then because you get them on the show, you think they just supposed to be happy that I got you on the show.
That's all he can give.
That's all he can give. And then over there with the other baby mama, her dumb ass thinking she was about to get some special treatment after watching him play the fuck out them women on Love and Hip Hop. That's why I think it's so funny. The people that say certain things when we watch these reality shows and everybody like, oh, it's just a show. But really, that's how people think. This is how the bulk of the people are thinking right now, which means they will act like that in real life. It's not just for entertainment purposes. Like people actually act like this in real life. And I told somebody today because they was like, you always trying to tell somebody how to think. I'm like, I'm not trying to tell y'all how to think. I'm trying to learn you, bitch. I'm trying to teach y'all how to think.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So that the world can be safer for everybody. Because I feel like some of the things that y'all promote and y'all say and the way y'all think makes the world dangerous. So if you think that every black man that gets accused of something, somebody just trying to tear him down, that means you don't listen when your daughter tells you that your boyfriend is trying to fuck her. That means y'all don't care when the uncle is touching the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like it means in real life, you don't care when this shit happens to your kids. Like that's what that tells me. You know what I mean? That's why sometimes it's like we're not about to keep disagreeing. And a lot of people talk about online, all of the niggas that's defending, pay attention. That's why I was like, why was DDG's homeboy bringing up R. Kelly, talking about listen to R. Kelly? Nigga, what? How did we get here? Is it because all y'all niggas is the same? From Bill Cosby to Boosie to DDG to Chris Brown to Trey Songz to Shannon Sharp to Diddy to Tory Lanez, Corey Holcomb. Like, show me a different type of nigga and we can have a different conversation. Because when we do see a different type of nigga, y'all
they call him a simp.
And when we was growing up, a real simp is a nigga that's riding another nigga's coattails. It's a scrub. It's a nigga that's running behind another man. Always like they'll do shit to disrespect a woman so that they can get the approval of a man. Like that's what I grew up thinking simps were. Weak men that cow to other men. That's what a simp was when I was growing up. It wasn't
now they inflicted.
Yeah. It was, simp is like punk.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. And now they make it seem like a man that really loves women is a punk, but it's like actually we know that that's not really the truth, is it? Okay. Some of you niggas is angrily gay. Okay, and taking it out on every woman you fuck, Future.
I was just gonna bring up his name because I'm like all the simp and punks and whatever else he wanted to label Russell as. I feel like him cutting off some dreads. He finally wants to enter his own simp era, which is hilarious to me.
Y'all know
the way he was telling Happy Mother's Day to all his baby mamas on Twitter.
I feel like he's done that before though.
Has he? That was my first time seeing it.
Like tweet after tweet after tweet.
You're amazing, like this and that. You hold it down. Keep doing what you do. Such and such deserve it. I'm like, okay, still toxic nigga energy, but I feel like he's trying to get into his simp era just a little piece.
So whenever they bust out with the blonde hair, that's when you know you got to be worried. They color hair, be worried. Okay.
Drugs or mental health crisis. Either one. Okay, I'm about to read these super chats. H.A. Lama Bean says, I wouldn't get Tory that much credit. They were just out of a pool. They were just out of a pool with chlorine. That's probably what it was. She's referring to the shooting. Now, Unknown to Man says, it was Tangled. She would sing and brush her hair. Love y'all. Kylie looks like a MILF next time him.
That's what it was.
Oh, next to him.
Yeah.
It was Tangled. She would sing and brush. She looks like a MILF next to him. Okay, and then Stephanie,
the cartoon that you were saying that she was trying to suck the life, it was Tangled.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Tangled. There we go.
I think that's the one when the lady says, "Don't be a dummy, come with mommy."
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, and I think a MILF is a good description. She do look like a MILF next to him.
Absolutely.
Now, Stephanie says, unfortunately, the men with moms like this are hard to date sometimes. Fabulous Faces says, y'all didn't catch Ming Lee laughing in the comments.
I did, but I also caught her not laughing when Ty brought up the fact that she was caught cheating and caught in a lie.
With a man at that. And
exactly.
Lesbians be hurt when you cheat on them with a man, bitch. Okay. She probably was having that relationship with Drew to spite her.
Another one from Stephanie says, she talking like Monique and Precious. He told me to shut my fat self up. So what did you do? Shut my fat self up. Fabulous Faces says the way Bondi been speaking on DDG, nailed it.
I'm telling you.
Random Brandon says y'all wrong for both the real and the Muppet reenactment clips. I've never seen those before. I'm so happy that I can introduce them clips to you because
For real.
Kimmy Kim says the trials in New York, it sounds about right. They couldn't find any women who haven't been assaulted.
Wow.
Nah, for real.
I told y'all they aggressive. I went to New York one time and I was verbally harassed, like not catcalled, like verbally harassed on the street and cussed out for not interacting with men.
Yes. Fuck you,
Scary
bitch.
place.
Mhm.
Scary
Yeah,
place.
I've seen two videos from people since I seen two men fighting in the street, just broad daylight, just rolling on the ground fighting. Then this news reporter was trying to give her story, and this man just came and started cussing her out, and start cussing out other folks too, and then start telling the man that he was gay, and any man that takes it up his butt is the devil, and he was just ranting. I was like, so nobody's gonna call the nobody's gonna stop, nobody's gonna do it. Y'all just gonna let him do his thing. And girl, I said, I hope you're not supposed to go live, because she was reporting live for ET. Well, I ain't gonna say reporting live, but she was reporting for ET. And the man was out there just cussing them the hell out after the Diddy trial. I was like, this is crazy. Yeah, y'all really be like that.
Really be like that. I was feeling like Sandy Cheeks from the episode of SpongeBob. Like, take me back. I want to go home. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Go home. Like, take me back to Texas, please. Okay.
Oh, they did.
All this just to avoid being gay, shaking my fucking head.
Woo.
And then Big Al says she was addicted to drugs till 2023. The sores in her mouth, stomach issues, and bi-weekly UTIs was enough for me. Enough for me to say, let's wrap this case up now.
Like, whatever ass issues this nigga done caused in that lady life, she deserves more than 20 million.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I'm like, dang, she asked for 30, you got her 20. Why? Maybe the 10 went to the attorney or something.
I don't know.
Oh, maybe because they do begin with 30% or so.
I think that's what they said. Yeah.
What's going on in the comments, y'all? We about to end the live, right? Okay.
Yeah, we're about to end the live. Okay. Well, we hope y'all enjoyed this episode of Ooh Ladies First Panel. Y'all know where to catch us next week on Jamie That's Me's channel, so y'all don't miss nothing. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and follow all of us on our social media. We'll see y'all in the next video. Bye. Podcast too.